umpires, learning the ropes. It's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Pet Food Center. Tigers football is also brought to you by Carresso Landscape, Rocca Bar Pizza, Lensing Building Specialties, also by Zemer Funeral Home, People's Furniture, Mattress Outlet, Hyundai of Evansville, and the Memorial Booster Club. Welcome in the broadcast again alongside Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Rebin. Final game before postseason play begins next week for these two teams. Castle in Class 5A, Memorial in Class 4A. And for the Knights, they have won their last two games. Picked up a nice win Week 7 against Jasper on the road by 7 points, and they beat Central on the road 56-0 last week. On the other side, for the Tigers, they've lost their last two games. They're now 6-2 on the season. And, Mike, they've been shut out the last 2 weeks against Wrights and Vincennes. Last week, a 6-0 loss. Still trying to figure out the offense after their quarterback, Matthew Fisher, went down several weeks ago.
Well, the offense needs to get on track. The defense has been playing well. And you look at the season records, both Castle and Memorial in successive weekends lost to Evansville Wrights and Vincennes Lincoln. Castle also lost to Evansville North to begin the season.
Tonight's matchup with the head coaches, two guys that know each other very well. Doug Hurt in his 18th season with a good record of 132-73. John Hurley at Memorial in his 16th season, 134-68. And as I mentioned, they know each other very well.
Very good friends. In fact, Coach Hurley will tell you, I've got 2 more wins, but it's only taken me 2 less seasons. So that's a bragging right between those guys.
Well, on both these coaches, they've had success in the postseason. We look at the sectionals. Coach Hurley has won 9 sectional titles. Coach Hurt has won 8 sectional titles. They know how to get their teams to play well at the right time.
Yeah, and they've played for their alma mater out here tonight. Memorial for Coach Hurley is a 1989 grad, and Doug Hurt, a 1995 grad at Castle.
As you see in the background, the senior night festivities for the Castle Knights. And as we preview this team, they are very talented offensively, especially with the running game. They average almost 200 yards per contest on the ground. They average 37 points per game. The Tigers' defense, which has been good for the majority of the season, will be tested tonight.
It'll be the running game, as you talked about. Antonio Harris, he's not only their leading rusher with 751 yards, but also their leading receiver. And then you got Maximus McCool. He's got 724 yards as well. So they do a great job running the ball, and that's going to be the test for the Tiger defense tonight.
There is Antonio Harris, one of the guys we are spotlighting tonight, the 6'2 senior. 185 pounds. He will get the football quite a bit tonight. And also, we want to talk about another senior for Castle. It is number 15, Quentin Wilson.
Wilson does a great job, coming in the secondary. He's a captain, 2-year starter. He's a leader on defense. He plays with emotion, and Coach Hurt likes this guy. And, again, he's one of the many seniors being honored here tonight.
Talked about the Tigers' defense will be tested tonight in the secondary. J.J. Lowry, the sophomore, he's had a good season, 3 interceptions for the Tigers.
Nice, good cover cornerback player, as Coach Hurley says. They'll put him on their tough receiver, so he'll be up against Harris a lot. Undersized, very explosive, plays at a high level, and, again, a good ball hawk.
On the Tigers' offensive line, number 50, Parker Mattingly is a junior.
A 2-year starter, started all the games as a sophomore last year. And one of the most consistent linemen that the Tigers have offensively. Coach Hurley calls him the leader of the O-line. Very athletic for a big man.
So it's Mattingly and also Lowry for the Tigers as Memorial tries to avoid a third straight loss tonight. It is a rainy evening. We've had a light drizzle right now at Castle High School. I don't think we're supposed to get heavy rain or anything, but we'll see how that impacts tonight's contest. And real quick, Mike, before we take our first break here this evening, how about just a general preview of tonight's matchup, maybe some keys for both sides?
Both offensively for Castle, they'll come up in multiple sets. They'll have guys in motion. They'll be moving guys around. But basically, it's the running game. They got a 1-back and a 2-back set. And again, they'll throw the ball when they need to. And Harris defensively, 4 down linemen, 2 very active linebackers. We'll talk about them. And look for them in the secondary. Their defensive backs play deep. For the Tigers, again, the running game needs to find more 1- and 2-back sets. They have 4 down linemen as well, 3 linebackers. And again, Alex Broshears led them with 25 tackles last week against Vincennes. So a good matchup. Looking forward to a great game. These two teams meet when teams scrimmage before the season. So they're familiar with each other, and with the coaches being familiar, there's nothing secret about what's going to happen on the field here tonight.
Let's take our first timeout of the night here on our pregame show. Should be a fun one. It's the Tigers and the Knights here from Castle High School. Kickoff in less than 10 minutes on IndianaSRN.
Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
Back here at Castle High School, glad to have you along with us on IndianaSRN. I'm Jevin Rebin, Mike Scavaro with us here tonight, our great IndianaSRN crew. Before we take a look at tonight's starting lineups, this game has some implications in terms of the top half of the SISC standings. Wrights has already clinched the regular season title for back-to-back seasons. They're 8-0, but after that, it's a bit of a jumbled mess with the next 4 teams. You have Memorial and Vincennes, each are 6-2. Castle and North, along with Jasper, are all 5-3. Well, Jasper plays Vincennes tonight, and of course, Memorial plays Castle, so will be intriguing to follow what happens elsewhere as well.
Yeah, and a North victory over Central, you could have a 5-way tie at 6-3 for second place. Possibility. I'm sure Coach Salter and Coach Hurley at Vincennes and Memorial would not like to have that happen.
Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. We'll start with the Castle offense. I mentioned in the first segment they are very talented, especially with the ground game. They average 37 points per game.
They like to run the football, and we talked about Harris and McCool, but watch for their offensive line. They do a nice job, and up front, it's a mixture of young guys and old and veterans, and as a result, they're kind of a junior-senior laden offense.
And there you go. Look at some of the starters for the Castle Knights in our starting lineups this season, as they have been all year long, brought to you by Rockabar Pizza. Join them at their new location at the corner of Green River Road and 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. And we talked about the Knights offensively. Let's go to the Castle Knights defensively. And the Knights' defense on the season is allowing about 21 points per game.
Yeah, two names and numbers to watch out for. Gavin Leach, number 53, and Trey Ward, number 11. Leach with 78 tackles, Ward with 62. They start 2 freshmen and 3 sophomores on the defense.
Before we take a look at the Tigers starters, we're going to have tonight's national anthem here at Castle High School. Getting set for the Knights and Tigers, so here is tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well done here at Castle High School for tonight's national anthem. And let's move on with our pregame shows. We take a look at the Tigers starting lineups then, again brought to you by Rockabar Pizza. The offense averaging 21 points per game, but again, they have been shut out the last 2 weeks.
We've got Will Petke at the quarterback spot, Porter Road, second time back, as 4 receivers, 5 offensive linemen. Their job is to keep time of possession in the favor of the Tigers, because last week they only had the ball a little less than 19 minutes.
Tigers defense has been solid just about every week this year. They are allowing 10 points per game. And that Tigers defense really kept them in the game last week, only giving up 6 points against Vincennes. One of the guys we talked about was J.J. Lauer, the sophomore, who has 3 interceptions, as we look at the Tigers defense.
Defensively, 4 down linemen, very active. Donovan Baker will play the weak side defensive end, so he comes back and makes a lot of tackles. Of course, we talked about Alex Brochure as the linebacker all over the field, but he gets great effort from Nichols and Grease as well. As the secondaries have got some good speed as well. That's why they've been on top of one of the best defenses in the SIAC all season long.
As you see in the background, the Tigers taking the field across from us. Castle getting set to take the field as well. We are just a few minutes away from kickoff. We'll take our last break here on our pregame show on IndianaSRN. When we come back, Week 9 action, the Tigers and the Knights from Castle High School on IndianaSRN.
Darby here at Hyundai of Evansville. We love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance, and get 3-year free maintenance and America's best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
Back here at Castle High School, just about set for Week 9 action. The Castle Knights and the Memorial Tigers, alongside Mike Scovara. I'm Javin Redmond. Always fun these two teams get together. They know each other so well. And Mike, how about some keys tonight for both sides? Tigers trying to avoid a third straight loss. Knights trying to win their third straight.
Coming into this game, I'm sure Coach Hurley has put an emphasis on the offense and by being able to run the football, because when you run the football, you can set up the pass. And again, of course, Luke Elsperman, one of the top receivers, and also the counterpart to Antonio Harris at Castle. Look for him to have the football either as a receiver, running back, or even in a wildcat. Defensively, they still need to play their game. They had a tough time against Wrights a couple weeks ago, but again, they're second in 4A in the state, a formidable opponent. You're going to see Castle. They're going to run the ball. They're going to pass it when they want to. Defensively, they've got some stout linemen there. Look for them maybe to bring up a couple of cornerbacks and make it an 8-man group on the front, and that will make the running game for the Tigers even more difficult.
I want to thank Wrights Memorial High School and also Wrights Memorial Athletic Booster Club for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Wrights Memorial High School providing an environment where God inspires. They educate and students thrive since 1925. Check their website out at wrightsmemorial.org for more information. And also the Booster Club, you can like them on Facebook for more information and join the tradition of supporting Memorial Athletics. Again, like them on Facebook for more information. Castle last week beat Wrights 56-0. They picked up a nice win week 7 at Jasper, 39-32 for the Tigers. They were 6-0 after a win against Boise through week 6, and then they lost week 7 at Wrights, 34-0. Then at home last week against Vincennes on their senior night. We know the sectional draw, the Tigers next week will travel to Central for the first round. Tell you what, Mike Scavar, we have been blessed this year weather-wise. This is the first time I can recall it raining during a high school football game. Had that heat wave week 2, but tonight a little bit of football weather here at kickoff.
Well, the temperature is still going to be in the 60s throughout the time, and if we can just keep the rain away, and again, we are on a natural gas field. I understand Castle and also Boonville will be getting synthetic turf next season, so this will be the last regular season game for Castle on the dirt.
You see our captains meeting at midfield. Matthew Hawkins is the white hat tonight, along with his crew in the background. We'll have tonight's coin flip, and we'll be underway here just a few minutes late here at Castle High School. Of course, it is senior night for the Knights, with it being the final game of the regular season. And Castle's in that 4-team sectional, so they'll be off for a week after tonight.
Yeah, then they'll be on the road the following week, so they'll be gone away from John Leidy Field for a while. As the Castle Knights win the toss, they defer, so they'll be kicking off to the Tigers to start the ball game.
Well, and for the Tigers, trying to get back on track offensively, one of the things they have to do better, no question about it, is run the football. They're averaging less than 100 yards per game.
And I'm sure Coach Hurley and his staff has reminded them that fact. And again, running the ball is important, and as a result, that keeps the defense for the Tigers off the field and keeps them rested. So we'll have to take a look at that. But again, the Tigers 6-2. I think if Coach Hurley and the Memorial Faithfuls would looked at it and said, 6-2 coming into week 9 before you go into the sectional next week, that would have been an acceptable record. In fact, you're tied for second in the conference with Vincennes behind Evansville Wrights.
Before tonight's kickoff, thanks to Cresso Landscaping, serving Evansville and Newburgh for over 20 years for all of your landscaping installation and maintenance. If you're not satisfied with your lawn or landscaping, contact Cresso at 812-853-7606 or at Cresso.com. It'll be Riker Cotmel kicking off for the Castle Knights, right to left on your screen.
Donovan Baker and Luke Elsperman. Also back deep is Quinn McCool, as we are about ready for football. Again, a reminder, we'll be on the air next week at Central Stadium here on IndianaSRN.org, as you can follow the Tigers as far as they go in tournament play in 2023.
71 degrees at kickoff. Light rain. Cotmel, the senior, puts his right foot into it And we're underway. Final week of the regular season. Kickoff comes near side. Donovan Baker from the 5-yard line centers it to the 15-20. Now he stretches it out toward that far sideline, and he pinballs his way up to the 29-yard line. Solid return for Donovan Baker. And that's where the Tigers offense will start tonight.
You like to return to your bench, so even though the ball was over on the opposite side, they returned it left, so decent field position for the Tigers to start offensively.
Will Petke back in at starting quarterback. Liam Bryant got the start last week. Petke came in for the injured Matthew Fisher when he was banged up week 4 against Mater Dei. Made starts against Harrison, Bossy, and Wrights. Bryant got the start last week, and now back to Petke here for week 9.
Yeah, 4 down linemen. They bring up 10 guys within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage.
They go to Horning on the first play, and he tries to ram his way forward, a short gain of 2 as he gets to the 31-yard line. Landon Horning, a 5'7" junior, 170 pounds, averaging about 4.5 yards per carry.
So that's the strategy for the Castle defense. Force them to pass, invite them to pass. There's a lot of blue shirts, Jevin, close to the line of scrimmage. Give them 2. 2nd down and 8, just underway here at John Leidy Field.
Tigers bunch 3 wide receivers to the far side. Horning lines up. This is the Wildcat with Elsferman at the quarterback spot. And on the snap, we have flags from the far official. And I think it's offsides against Castle.
That'll be a free 5 for the Tigers.
On the defense. 5-yard penalty.
So the Tigers will take that, setting up 2nd down and 3.
Wide side of the field to the left. They put strong formation, or rather to the right, strong formation to the left.
Elsterman high snap, fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right. He throws to man wide open down the field. It's caught by Dasmond Johnson, streaking near sideline to the 20. Johnson foot race, 10-5. Touchdown Tigers! 64 yards. A pass from Elsterman to Dasmond Johnson.
Elsperman coming into the game had only thrown 1 pass. That was completed for 6 yards. They faked their Wildcat run to the wide side, and Dasmond Johnson outruns the defense. That's the antidote for putting 10 men to the line.
So the Tigers offense that had not scored for 9 quarters, shut out the last 2 weeks. They score on their second offensive play of the night. A 64-yard touchdown pass, Elsferman to Dasmond Johnson. And for Dasmond, his first touchdown catch of the season. Pate Baird on for the PAT. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good for Barrett. 7-0 Tigers, about a minute gone here at Castle.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career. Your first pay raise. The 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family. Or the day of your last car loan payment. Much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree. We care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Memorial.
Hey, thanks for being here. You're in great hands.
Nice start for the Tigers, 7-0. Just a minute and 5 seconds into this game. They had a play up their sleeve for their first drive, and it worked out. Wildcat formation. And Elsperman hooks up with a wide open Dasmond Johnson. It was a foot race toward the end zone. 7-0 Tigers, and now it'll be Pate Barrett to kick off. Left around your screen. And he kicks it here near sideline, and it will go out of bounds. We recap that last scoring drive. It was quick, 2 plays, 71 yards, and here is that scoring touchdown.
Elsperman again looks like he's going to run, but all of a sudden pulls up and passes. And Dasmond Johnson, wow, one of the faster, he runs track, one of the faster players for the Tigers, takes advantage of that 10-man front.
Scoring Drive brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. They are located at 1309 North Green River Road in Evansville. Have fun shopping for furniture with the Coslets, father Pat and sons Chase and Kelsey. So the kickoff out of bounds. This Knights offense will start from the left hash mark at their own 35-yard line. Their quarterback is a sophomore, Bowden Morgan.
Morgan took over about a play in a game and a half when he came in against Jasper.
He will throw it here on play action, taking a shot deep down the field, streaking middle of the field. It's caught. What a start tonight. One play, touchdown Castle. 65 yards. Isaac Salpetro with his second touchdown catch of the season.
And again, that play was called on Tuesday's practice or in the coaches' meetings before. They found a spot, a very similar play that Wrights used a couple times a couple weeks ago. So it's raining, it stopped raining, but we've got lightning on the field with big plays from both teams.
And that will set up Cotmel for the PAT to tie it up at 7. Well, Mike, we've already had more scoring in this minute and 15 seconds than we did the whole game last week. Cotmel's PAT is good. 3 plays combined, a score each side, tied at 7 early on.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
A Wrights Memorial Education is now more affordable than ever. If you fit within certain income guidelines, you could receive over $6,000 of tuition assistance. Find out if you qualify for an Indiana School Choice Scholarship or other tuition assistance opportunities. Your child, your money, your choice. Visit wrightsmemorial.org for more information.
Fast-paced action first quarter. Tigers score on their second play. Castle scores on their first play. They're full. We are tied at 7. And Ryan Cotmel will kick off again. Went to Donovan Baker on the game's opening kickoff. He goes to Baker once again. Donovan from the 1-yard line has to turn upfield quickly. Middle of the field to the 20. Stutter steps a bit. He runs over one of the Castle special team players. Then he's tripped up at the 23-yard line. Very simple scoring recap for the Castle Knights. One play, 65 yards. Here it is on this long bomb from Morgan, his 4th touchdown pass of the year.
Just a basic post pattern. He run down, go towards the opposite post. Nice pass up there from Morgan, his 4th touchdown pass of the year. The sophomore lays it up there, and he outruns the defender, and we're tied.
So we'll see if the Tigers can respond now. They go with the Wildcat look again. Elserman at quarterback. They shift Horning to his right hip. They also have Porter Road in the backfield. They fake it to Road. Elserman has to make one man miss. He is trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and his forward progress will be shut off about a half yard behind that line of scrimmage.
In good pursuit that time, leading the charge was Trey Ward. No gain on the play. As they tried to go to the outside, but the contained by the defense did not allow Elsperman to do that. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Elserman still at the quarterback spot. He fumbles the snap, scoops it up, running out to his right. He's in all kinds of trouble. Steph Arms one man, makes a 2nd man miss, but not a 3rd. Flying in was linebacker Trey Ward. He stuck Elserman pretty good, and it's a loss of 5 for Luke.
And you can see rallying to the football, the Castle defense, and not only 1, 2, 3, 4 blue shirts there. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
So it's 3rd and a roughly 15 for the Tigers. They need to get to the 33-yard line for a 1st down.
Petke will be back in, and he's at a wide receiver spot out to the bottom of your screen.
Both Road and Horning in the backfield. They're going to give it to Horning on the inside give, and Horning is able to slide his way to the 20-yard line for a short gain. Now 2 yards for Horning, and the Tigers go conservative there, and they'll punt it away for the first time tonight.
Joseph Hinkie will be back to punt it away. So after big pass plays for touchdowns, the Castle defense comes up big.
We've got Jersey Wells back at the 50-yard line to return this punt from Hickey. 16 punts this year, averaging close to 35 yards per kick. And he gets it away. High spiraling kick. It's a shorter kick, which bounces at the 30, we'll say 8-yard line. It's down there. So the Castle Knights will get excellent field position as the rain starts to fall a bit harder before the Knights have their second offensive drive.
Yeah, only an 18-yard punt, so Castle with great field position to start their second possession. We're tied at 7.
Hey, thanks to Lensing Building Specialties for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. If you need a new front door, Lensing Building Specialties sells and installs a wide variety of exterior doors. Learn more at lensingbuildingspecialties.com.
This is a run formation.
Wells in motion left to right as Morgan goes under center. 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 38-yard line. They pitch it to Antonio Harris. He is their leading rusher. Harris cuts it back inside, keeps those feet moving to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
Good pursuit that time. Alex Boshiers, who had 25 tackles last week against Vincennes. One of the highest tackle totals the Tigers defense in years has piled up. Give them a gain of about 3.
Harris has 14 rushing touchdowns on the season. He is averaging 8 yards per carry. He got 3 on his first rush of the night. 2nd and 7. Handoff. They come near side. Good cut by Maximus McCool. And McCool rumbles for a first down right around the red zone to the 20. Good run for Maximus McCool, the junior.
Gets to the line of scrimmage and then gets a nice hold on the block from the left side, then accelerates into the secondary. McGuire and Lowry on the stop. So when you have good field position, you can just do the basics out there. First down, fresh set of downs for the Castle Knights.
Both Harris and McCool have had 4 100-plus yard rushing games this year. Nice balance attack for Castle. High formation here on 1st and 10 from the 20. They're going to hand it off again. This goes to Antonio Harris. And Harris gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain at 2nd down.
That's one of their favorite plays, Jeff, and they'll just try to lead with McCool and let Harris pick a hole. And that time, Tanner Grease plugged it up for no gain for the Tigers.
5 minutes gone here in the first quarter, tied at 7. Each team scored on their opening drive. Tigers took 2 plays to score. Castle scored on a 65-yard touchdown pass on their first offensive play. 2nd and 10 from the 20. They've got McCool to the left tip of their quarterback, Bowden Morgan.
They're going a gun. They might see a pass on this one.
Play clock down to 2. And we have a timeout called by Castle. Will take it with them, tied at 7.
Melk, located in Evansville, Indiana, provides mechanical, electrical, and plumbing solutions nationwide. We deliver quality service to the industrial, commercial, and healthcare industries. If you have a big project, we bring big solutions. That includes designing and installing green energy systems that benefit your business. Our in-depth knowledge and commitment to safety make us the perfect partner in MEP contracting. Contact us for an estimate on your next project. Melk, big projects, big solutions.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Memorial helps me find the right rhythm on stage and in my education. I believe in developing my craft.
I believe in building a community.
And now, I believe I can hit the right notes in all aspects of life.
Showcase your talents at Wrights Memorial.
Castle had to burn their first time out of the opening half. Play clock was winding down before a 2nd and 10 play from the Tigers' 20-yard line. They got good field position on this drive, starting at the Memorial 38-yard line. Here comes Wells in motion. Wells has the football coming near side. A lot of white jerseys there, and they take him down in the backfield for a loss. One of the guys in there was Alex Broshears.
Also coming up was Jake Lively as well from his cornerback position. They'll move up Lively. A lot of times you have an 8-man front, and they did that time. So Coach Ben Johnson defensively as well, putting pressure on that offensive line for Castle. He lost a yard on that one.
So it's 3rd down and 11 now, and the Tigers have to call a timeout. So we'll step aside once again.
Timeout Tigers.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Well, both teams have had to use a timeout on this drive. This time it was the Tigers. Somebody was not on the field defensively. It's a 3rd down and 11. They spread them 4 wide, make it 5 wide. Empty backfield for Morgan.
Just a 3-man pass rush. The Tigers are going to drop 8 in the secondary.
Morgan waits for the snap here. He's going to take off running. And he's greeted by a Tigers defensive player just past the line of scrimmage inside the 20-yard line.
Ben Zemer also on the stop. Well, this would be a 37-yard field goal if they want.
Well, they trot Caden Gordon onto the field, and yeah, they're going to try a field goal unit. Gordon, the backup quarterback, who is also the holder, it looks like. And so this will be a field goal attempt for Riker Cottonmel. It'll come from the left hash.
He's 1 of 1 on the year, Jevin. A 38-yarder he made.
This one is a 36-yard field goal attempt to put Castle in front for the first time tonight. Kick is blocked. It's loose, scooped up by the Tigers, running middle of the field and getting out to the 45-yard line. That was Tanner Grease on the return. Looked like it took just a bit with the snap where the holder bobbled it just for a slight moment, and it got blocked. The Tigers get good field position.
Watch the replay here. Inside the linebacker, number 35, Alex Broshears, breaks through on the offensive line, and he'll come up with the clean block out on the 25-yard line. So, and then good heads-up play by the Tigers. So a blocked field goal gives them great field position.
Tigers blocked a field goal attempt for the second half last week against Vincennes. That keeps this game tied at 7. Here is Porter Road. And Road was running in place for a moment, ends up losing a yard. Road, a guy that in his senior season has been banged up some with that ankle injury he suffered week 4 against Mater Dei, but when Road has played, he has 61 carries and he's below 200 yards.
Let's see if the Tigers can take advantage of this opportunity from the defense given to the offense.
So the Knights had that drive start at the Tigers' 38-yard line. They get 0 points out of it. Memorial goes back to the Wildcat look with Luke Elserman. If you're just joining us, he had a 64-yard touchdown pass to Dasmond Johnson in the second play of the game. Here, Elserman takes off running, and he shoots through. He lost the football, and Castle comes up with it. That is Landon Holder, who says he has the football, and he does. They signal Knights ball.
It's only the 4th fumble lost by the Tigers all year.
They stripped it, and it wound up right in the lap of Landon Holder. That is his first fumble recovery of the year, and for the Knights defense, that is their 8th turnover force.
Yeah, and their 6th fumble recovery. So the defense comes up big for the Castle Knights. So they've had big plays offensively and big plays defensively, Jevin, and we're still 4:26 to go here in this first quarter.
Back-to-back drives. They start in Tigers territory, this time at the 48-yard line. Morgan pitches it near side. McCool tries to turn the corner. He does. Look out, McCool 30. to the 20, stiff arm. And he's tugged down from behind inside the 10-yard line. A long rush for Maximus McCool, first and goal for the Knights.
Able to drag him down was Hinkie. But, yeah, he goes from the 48 of the Tigers into the red zone to 8.
He turned that corner quickly, and he had a second or third gear once he did. So the Knights now in business inside the red zone, which is brought to you by Peace of Mind. I formation here from the 8. They're going to hand off. Left tackle, Harris. Keeps those feet moving inside the 5, near the goal line, and down at the 1. Oh, so close for Antonio Harris, who has 14 rushing touchdowns on the season. He gained 7, and now it's second and goal from the 1.
Yeah, the defense, they'll bring in a couple extra big linemen.
They go quickly as the quarterback goes under center. Trying to sneak his way in is Bowden Morgan. I think he got in, but there are flags from the far side before the snap. And it's offsides against Memorial.
Now, was that a pre-snap penalty?
It's the way it looks. That ball is about as close as you can get to the goal
line. Yeah, what you do is, you're the referee, you pick it up and then you put it right back down.
I think Castle is going to score on that play, but they blew it dead because of the offside. We'll see if Morgan wants to sneak it again. And he does, struggling to move the pile forward. The Tigers trying to keep him out of the end zone. The Knights think it's a touchdown. It is. Touchdown, Castle. Bowden Morgan, his first rushing score of the year. Knights in front for the first time tonight.
He actually bobbled a snap and was able to regain possession, and then second and third effort allowed him, as he was leaning, give credit to that offensive line. They kept their feet moving. That's what you tell them to do. And 6 more on the board, and the lead for the Castle Knights.
So a 3-play drive. The big run from Maximus McCool set them up. And Cotmell on for the PAT. And his kick is perfect. 14 unanswered from the Knights. They're in front, 14-7.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rock-A-Bar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rock-A-Bar Pizza.
14-7 Castle. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Riker Cottonmel will kick off for the third time tonight. Both returns have been by Donovan Baker. We'll see if they go to him again. Line drive kick. Baker comes up. As it kick off his shin, he scoops it up from the 11. Baker to the 20. Makes a couple of guys miss before he is upended at the 25-yard line. As the Castle Knights took a 14-7 lead on a 3-play, 48-yard drive that took 57 seconds. And the quarterback Morgan with the keeper, his first rushing score.
Eli Engelbrecht on the special teams. This is already the 4th possession for the Tigers, Jevin, and we still got 3:23 to go here in this first quarter.
They've had a touchdown, a 3-and-out, and a fumble. Their last drive was a fumble from Luke Elsferman at the 48-yard line, which set up that Castle drive. Petke is the quarterback here on 1st and 10. Fakes it to Porter Road. Petke running far side, got a block to the 30, and then Petke is angled out of bounds on that Tigers sideline. That was 36, Cade McConnell, who forced him out. Decent run for Will Petke.
Well, Petke coming in, the senior, kind of a steady Eddie kind of guy, is in the rushing department for the Tigers. He's got 11 carries for 51 yards, averages 4.5 a carry.
He got 8 there. It's 2nd and 2. Ball at the Tigers' 34-yard line. On play action, Petke rolling, fires near side, catches made at the 45-yard line by Luke Dockery, and then Dockery gets an extra yard after the catch, and that's a strike of 12 yards, first down Tigers.
Well-designed play. The defense was set up for the run. They do a play action, and good job by the offensive line. Petke rolls to the right, had a couple receivers, one short, one long, as you can see. Plenty of time, throws it over to the first defender, and Dockery comes up with a nice catch.
For Dockery, his 16th catch of the season, just north of 100 yards. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 46-yard line. Petke fakes it to Horning, and Will is able to get a yard as he is yanked down by linebacker Trey Ward, the junior second on the night's defense and tackles, with 62 coming into play.
Ward played his ground. You play your area defensively, and he did that and keeps it to a short game.
One thing head coach John Hurley mentioned about Will Petke, last week they made the switch. He didn't really feel like Petke did anything wrong. They were just maybe more explosive with Liam Bryan. Didn't work out last week, but Petke back in there here tonight to close out the regular season. It's 2nd and 9. Trips wide receivers bunch to the far side. Petke, a short drop. His throw across the middle was batted away, incomplete. 93, Benny Patterson, the junior, got his paw on it. Good play by him. It's 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Patterson coming in, 6'3", 228, and he plays a lot bigger than that. And watch the defense, how they line up, Jevin. That time they had 9 guys within 3 yards of the ball. So putting a lot of pressure, it's a numbers game. When you outnumber the offensive line and the backs, you don't have a lot of time to throw, and that time Petke did not.
Rain starts to fall harder once again. Knights crowd making some noise here on 3rd and 9. A 3 wide receiver set.
Now they'll just rush 4.
Elsperman drops back, takes off running, sprinting to the 50-yard line, eludes one man, trying to navigate close to that first down marker. He's going to be 2, maybe 3 yards shy. Could be 4 down territory here now in Knights territory.
Yeah, Elsperman did a nice job juking a couple of defenders, but nice job there. Didn't catch who made the tackle, and you're right, the Tigers are going for it.
And they'll keep Elsperman at the quarterback spot here. They need 2 yards for a first down. Bit of a hard count here. Trying to get the Knights to jump. Play clock inside of 10 seconds. And Coach Hurley will call a timeout. Knights lead 14-7, getting late here in the first quarter.
Timeout Tigers.
Support the local economy and save more when you shop at the Pet Food Center. We have over 6,000 pet-related items for dogs, cats, birds, fish, reptiles, turtles, rabbits, hamsters, gerbils, and more. Anything you want for your pet, we've got it. Includes full lines of the best pet food, birdseed, a full line of heated pet products, pet clothing, toys, and more. Walk in, curbside pickup, shop online, and free local delivery.
Anything you want for your pet, we've got it. The Pet Food Center.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because our academics prepare students to succeed in college and in life. I believe in educating our students to their highest potential. I believe in creating a welcoming, faith-based learning environment. And I believe a memorial education is the foundation for a bright future.
Explore the endless possibilities at Wrights Memorial.
All right, 4th and 2 for the Tigers. Looks like they're going to go for it coming out of the timeout. They are at the Castle 46-yard line. Elstrom backs up now. He might kick it away, and he will on 4th and 2. High-hanging kick bounces around the 20-yard line, and that is where it will rest. So the Tigers choose to play field position, a 26-yard punt.
Yeah, from the Castle 46. And they'll mark it at the 20. So with 1:04 to go, Castle gets the ball again. Probably their worst field position of the night.
Zemer Funeral Home has served the Tri-State for over 95 years. Zemer is honored to comfort families during a time of need, and they look forward to serving local families for generations to come. Thanks to Zemer Funeral Home for sponsoring tonight's broadcast on IndianaSRN. Knight's last 2 drives started in Tigers territory, this time backed up at their own 20-yard line. They are going to run it on the first play of this drive. And getting back to the line of scrimmage is Antonio Harris, the 6'2 senior who is closing in on 800 rushing yards this year.
Alex Brashear's on the stop. Give him no gain on the play.
Tigers got her first points of the night on the second play of the game, and then Castle has scored 14 unanswered. Have at least one more play here in the first quarter. Now 2nd and 10 for Castle from their own 20.
Run out of the eye.
Handoff goes back to Harris, and he is bottled up. Harris will not get back to the line of scrimmage, the loss of a yard. And the Knights will start the second quarter with a 3rd and long. So back-to-back good plays against the rush for the Tigers. And that play will take us to the end of the first quarter. It was an exciting start.
A school that can get you in the career that is right for you. Ivy Tech Community College has over 70 career-focused programs to get you into the job that you want. Ivy Tech offers programs in the latest technologies such as robotics and cybersecurity. Demand for nurses has never been higher. In fact, more nurses have graduated from Ivy Tech than any other college. Take the first step with an affordable education at Ivy Tech Community College. Go to ivytech.edu for more information and to apply now.
For 95 years, Zemer Funeral Home has been committed to providing peace of mind at a difficult time. Our family has proudly served the Evansville community since 1927. As we enter into our 4th generation era, our professional and caring staff works hard creating meaningful ceremonies to meet the special needs of each family. We are proud to celebrate 95 years of business in the Tri-State. Zemer Funeral Home is honored to help comfort families during their time of need. Thank you for trusting our family with your family.
One quarter complete. It is 14-7 Knights. Alongside Mike Scavara, I'm Jevin Redmond. And the Knights will have a 3rd down and 11 from their own 19-yard line after back-to-back good plays by the defense.
Well, they start the game with 2 big pass plays, and so that was determined by the coaching staffs. And then Castle had a great field position, took advantage of that, and got their 2nd touchdown. And that's where we're at. A loss of a yard on the play. Alex Brashear's another tackle for loss on that last play before the quarter ended.
We saw Morgan throw a 65-yard touchdown pass early in the first quarter. Have not seen him throw the ball too much since. He will throw it here on 3rd down and 11, and an incomplete pass to Salpetra, who does have that 65-yard touchdown grab. They're setting up a quick screen pass. And it'll be 4th and 11, a 3 and out for the Knights offense.
Good job defensively for Memorial.
This will allow Elstrom and also Dylan Kendrick to return the first Castle punt of the night. Looks like it'll be Salpetra who will kick. They had Bellwood listed as the starting punter, but obviously he is not kicking, as Salpetra, the junior, will. Short kick to the 45-yard line, and just kind of dies there on this natural grass field. So the Tigers will get it in Knights territory.
Well, the Tigers 2 first downs all via the pass. And one of their better field positions they have coming in.
Well, Mike, we've really seen a balanced approach here, some with Petke as the quarterback and then the Wildcat from Elstrom. We'll see if that balance continues. Early second quarter.
They'll go strong formation to the wide side of the field.
Elsterman fumbles the snap, but a fortuitous bounce for the Tigers went right to Porter Road. Tigers will lose about 5 yards on that play as Elsterman has already lost one fumble tonight, almost lost a second.
It was one of those, I'm going to leave before I have the football. As you can see, Porter Road falls on it, but a loss of 5 on the play. And Castle defensively still stacking the line of scrimmage. 10 guys within 4 yards of the football.
Both Horning and Road in the backfield with Petke, who on play action sets his feet, throws low, and it's incomplete, just past the 40-yard line. He was trying to hook up with Luke Docker, who does have one catch tonight for 12 yards, and it's 3rd and 15.
That's a way to kind of negate that big rush. Do a quick roll, 3-step drop, fire it out, but just a little low.
So 3rd and 15, Knights defense looking for a stop here to force a 3 and out. They're going to spread them 5 wide as Road comes to the near side to join Elsterman and also Quinn McCool.
Castle to drop 7.
Petke on 3rd and 15, spins one far side and way too tall for Simon Schultz. 4th and long, a 3 and out. Tigers will punt.
Second time Memorial has negative yardage on a possession. So Joseph Hinkie will punt it away. He had only an 18-yarder the first time.
Just one guy back for Castle to return, and that is Jersey Wells. Look out here. Kick almost blocked. We have contact with the punter, and the kick goes out of bounds.
Now, is it roughing the punter or running into the punter? Because that could make a difference.
Our white hat comes in.
Running into the kicker.
And they are going to say it is running into the kicker, so it's a 5-yard penalty. It was almost blocked. Probably the good call. Just 5 yards variety there. And now you have the choice if you want to tack it on to the end of the punt or kick it again. Ball is right around the 20. That's what Coach Hurley is discussing with the referees right now. After seeing Castle almost block that kick, I think I would take it inside the 20, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm again the big proponent of field position instead of possession. Long discussion. Now we're going to get a call.
Join the white hat.
Penalties declined.
So it's declined, so you don't have the option of tacking on at the end?
First down, Castle.
I don't believe so.
Well, I learned something tonight.
I think that's the pro variety.
Yeah.
So that's a 28-yard punt.
All right, so the penalty is declined. Still not a bad kick for Hickey as it sets the Knights up at their own 21-yard line. 10:46 to go, second quarter. Knights in front, 14-7. Morgan goes under center, the sophomore quarterback. I formation here. Wells in motion left to right. And they are going to give it to Antonio Harris. And Harris with a burst up to the 25-yard line, maybe 26. Pick up a 5 for Antonio Harris.
A couple of defenders for the Tigers up there was Tanner Grease along with Jake Lively, but give him a good 4. Now the Tigers rotating up a lot of guys to the line of scrimmage, stacking.
They're going to give it to Maximus McCool. Man, is he quick past the 40, far sideline 50, into Tigers territory. A couple of stiff arms, and Maximus McCool with another lengthy run. And a first down for Castle.
It's very similar to the long run he had, a 40-yarder earlier in the game. As the Tigers had a lot of guys stacked to the line of scrimmage. As you see, he breaks through the second level. Not a lot of guys there, and Jeremiah McGuire finally rolls him out of bounds in Tiger territory.
Again, McCool came in averaging 7.5 yards per rush. Harris, their starting running back, just over 8. They go back to McCool, and McCool is thrown to the ground at the 39-yard line. That's a healthy gain of 5 for Maximus McCool.
Got 2 tight ends. They're just going to run the football here. They've had a lot more success running the football. Keep the clock running, move the sticks. You're up by 7.
McCool lines up as a running back once again. You have Wells, wide receiver, near side of your screen. They'll motion Harris left to right, and they give it right back to McCool, who had plenty of room to march right up the middle. And then he is stopped at the 35-yard line, a gain of 4. He'll be a yard shy of the first down.
Good job, offensive line for Castle. Good line surge.
Tackle by number 65, Matthew Hawkins.
That play has worked well the last 2. Nothing wrong with that play. Run it again. Now they'll bring Harris back at the eye. McCool offset to the right. Usually indicates that's the direction they're going to go.
On 3rd and 1, they come near side with Harris, and Harris picks up the first down, staying on his feet and staying in bounds to the 31. It's a pickup of 4, move the chains for Castle.
And now the rains have opened up. The sky has opened up as it's raining the hardest it has been all night long.
We talked about at the top of the broadcast as well. This is the first game this year we've had to deal with the weather a bit in terms of rain.
And the first time we're playing on natural grass.
First down, back to Harris. He makes a cut inside, still on his feet, 15, 10, 5. He dives, and did he get in? Yes, touchdown Antonio Harris. 30-yard rushing score for Harris, his 15th touchdown of the season, and the Knights are in front 20-7.
A good changeup on that play, Jevin. Instead of leading going to the right, McCool actually took one step to the right and came back left. That play designed to go to the left. They got the cutback, and they got the 6.
So Cotmel will come on for the PAT as Gordon will hold. Cotmel 2 for 2 tonight on point afters. Booming kick on the PAT, and the kick is good. 21-7 Castle here in the second quarter.
A licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN.
The Castle Knights march right down the field. They have now scored 21 unanswered points as they lead 21-7 with 8:37 to go in the second quarter. And Mike, what a duo in the backfield, Antonio Harris and Maximus McCool.
Well, we knew that coming in, and a good job by both of them, as we talked before we took the break, that they did a kind of a corollary to their basic run game, and as a result, that brings us in 6. Do you think Donovan Baker's going to get the kickoff?
That has been the theme so far tonight. Had a couple good returns, Donovan has.
Well, he's had 3 of them coming into the game. And
well, they'll have another one here possibly as the ball bounces actually out of bounds. Inside the 20-yard lines, the Tigers get good field position here. As they recap that scoring drive for the Castle Knights, they go 6 plays, 79 yards in 2 minutes and 9 seconds. This 30-yard rushing score from Antonio Harris.
And that's a when it goes out of bounds, it's 35 yards, Jevin, from where it's kicked. So it was kicked from the 40, so that puts it on the Tigers' 35-yard line. If it had been kicked closer up or further back, you would have the adjustment as well. The Tigers' 71-yard drive in 2 plays to start. Since then, they've had their offense limited by the Castle defense.
By the way, that last scoring drive was brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. As the Tigers' drive starts from their own 35-yard line, trailing 21-7. Petke looking to throw. He's under pressure, and he is tag team brought down way back at the 25-yard line. He hits a loss of 10. He was looking for a bomb. Instead, he gets a bomb dropped on him.
Kobe Putnam and Cooper Bartz, they just come in, and again, when you have more guys on the line of scrimmage than you can block, things like that can happen. So it goes from the 35 back all the way to the 26 and -9 on the QB sack.
First sack of the game for this Castle defense. They've got Kendrick back there along with Porter Road now. They fake it to Kendrick. Petke is able to chop his way up to the 30 for a pickup of 4.
And one of the very active linebackers, Trey Ward, we've said his name a lot.
He was number 2 in tackles, the junior linebacker. Gavin Leach, number 1 on this night's defense. He's also a linebacker. And both of those guys are juniors.
Well, you got a 3rd and long play up your sleeve there, Jevin. You might want to get it over to Coach Hurley.
Say I don't, but hopefully Coach Hurley does.
I'm sure.
Trips to the far side. Single guy near side on your screen is Elsterman. Petke has to slide to his left. He's going to throw, and a leaping catch by Elsterman inbounds at the 39-yard line, a gain of 10. It's well short of the first down. That was a missile from Petke and a good catch by Luke here on the near side.
Yeah, a right-handed quarterback rolling to the left. He squared his hips, and Elsterman did a great job catching it. And with 6:57 to go here in the first half, let's see if the Tigers are going to roll the dice or punt, or bring the punt team in.
We saw a 4th and 2 in the first quarter where Petke ended up backing up and kicking it away. Play clock inside of 10 seconds. McCool had to sprint off the field as the Tigers try to get set here. Memorial will take a timeout. We'll keep it here with 6:57 to go in the second quarter, and gives us the perfect chance to check our SIAC scoreboard. All these scores from Tucker Smith are in the first quarter. North destroying Central 35-0. Bosse leads Harrison 12-7. Wrights at the Bowl leading Mater Dei 7-0. And Jasper on the road at Vincennes leading 13-0 as those scores throughout the SIAC are brought to you by Kipley's. They are located on the corner of the Lloyd Expressway and Bakey Avenue. Join them before or after the game for great food and fun.
Tigers had to call a timeout. They didn't have enough players out on the field, so as a result, we'll get to talk about what they need to do. As again, the Castle defense playing well. As again, Jerry Collins, our in-resident weatherman, informs us that the rain has stopped, and that's a good thing. Intermittent rain, just things that dampen things here a little bit, and Coach Hurley says, I think we're going to play field position, so Joseph Hinkie will be brought in to punt the ball away.
This will give Jersey Wells a chance to return a kick here. Pretty good kick by Hickey this time. Fair catch is called at the 22-yard line by Jersey Wells. A good boot from Joseph Hickey. Hey, thanks to Simplicity Furniture sponsoring tonight's broadcast. They're located at 1309 North Green River Road in Evansville. You can have fun shopping for furniture with the Coslets, Father Pat and sons Chase and Kelsey.
39-yard punt, no return, so Castle will start in their own territory. They'll mark it at the Knights' 23.
It's been Maximus McCool for a large part of the game. Last drive was Antonio Harris with a 30-yard rushing score. They go to Harris here on the first play of this drive, and he botched the handoff. Quick response to fall on it back at the 18, and they'll lose 5 yards.
That was going to be the same play that they scored on the 30-yard touchdown run, but maybe the ball a little moisture on, and as a result, it'll be second and long.
About halfway through the second quarter. Empty backfield now for Morgan. The sophomore quarterback came in 13 of 20 passing on the season. He will take off running here. Has a little bit of space to work with. And he scoots past the 25-yard line up to the 27. It's a pickup of 8. And now a manageable third down.
Donovan Baker from defensive end runs him down.
That brings up third down.
Memorial's defense has forced 1 3-and-out tonight, trying to force a second here. Maximus McCool lines up in the backfield to the left of quarterback Bowden Morgan. Wells trots left to right on your screen. They're going to pass here on third down. It goes across the middle, and it is caught right around the first down sticks. Pretty generous spot, and I think that spot will give them the first down.
Nice grab over the middle for Castle, and that was Carter Bobby. So second first down via the pass, 8 in the game for Castle. Anslinger along with Lively on the stop.
So a third down strike for Morgan. We'll see if they go back to the ground game here on first down. Which they do. Trying to find an open seam and unable to do so as Maximus McCool will take his gain of 2 or 3 yards. This wasn't much there.
Matthew Hawkins, one of the defenders.
Matthew Hawkins, the junior, made the tackle.
3 on the play brings up second and 7.
So it's second and 7. Castle really in no hurry here, up 2 scores. Plus, they will receive the opening kickoff of the third quarter.
A lot of short possessions, Jevin. Castle, they had their longest possession for either squad, and that was only 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
Here is McCool again, carving his way left side, 45-50. Into open space, he is brought down by Joseph Hickey. Not before he can get into Tigers territory, all the way down to the 42-yard line.
Well, McCool already well over 100 yards rushing. A nice job there to give credit to that offensive line. And they've been able to spring him off the left side several times. Calling the play in from the sidelines.
Well, they came in averaging almost 200 yards per game on the ground. They've had a very efficient first half. Well, trickery here as on the end around Antonio Harris. That is rush tripped up just a bit to the 40-yard line.
Sam Nichols did a nice job working on the contain, forcing him inside. Let the pursuit, but he tripped him up. He made the tackle.
If he doesn't trip him up, it could be a problem.
Yep.
But still got 3 yards there. It's second and 7. Coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Tigers scored first tonight, but since it's been all Castle, 21 unanswered points. High formation here.
Your favorite play, follow McCool.
There he goes, and that is Harris following McCool. Pinballs his way to the 36-yard line. Short gain of 3. It's third down.
Brashears, Hawkins on the stop.
Third down.
This next play will be number 8 of this drive, which is the longest of the night.
4-down territory for the Knights, I'm sure.
We saw them try to kick a 36-yard field goal in the first quarter, but the Tigers were able to block it. Of course, this will be much longer than a 36-yard field goal, but just keep that in mind.
Yeah, they don't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. That would have been an illegal formation.
Timeout Castle. They lead at 21-7.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
It'll be 3rd down and 4 for Castle coming out of the timeout. 2:25 to go here in the first half. Morgan's going to pitch it here near side. McCool looking for a block, and McCool doesn't get much. He's able to weave his way past the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 2. 4th down and short. Nichols made the tackle for the Tigers.
Tripping him up was Alex Brashear. It's going to be under 2 minutes when they snap it next. And Castle's going to go for it. It's a big play defensively for the Tigers to keep the drive from continuing for Castle.
Castle still has 1 timeout left to work with. Tigers out for the rest of this half. Morgan hands off to Harris, and Harris is swarmed. It's a turnover on downs. Good penetration by the Tigers defense and a big stop.
Alex Brashear is again on the stop and tackle for loss, and the Tigers come up big defensively.
So the longest drive of the night play-wise, 9 plays for Castle, comes to a screeching halt at the 38-yard line. And we'll see how the Tigers handle this final minute 39 with no timeouts. Stick around for our halftime show as we'll have a quick recap of the first half. Plus Tucker Smith will chat with Chad Dockery, the athletic director for Memorial. Elsterman tries to keep it himself. He stumbled, and that stumble cost him loss of 3. I think the Tigers will be pretty cautious here with no timeouts left and coming up on a minute to go.
Luke Elsterman brought down the backfield by number 11, Trey Ward.
And again, too many negative plays have cost the offense for the Tigers here in this first half.
Second and 3. Elsterman throws it out into the flat, and a juggling attempt at a catch. Falls to the ground at his Porter Road. He was trying to haul that in. 3rd down.
Not only is it incomplete, it stops the clock. Just under a minute to go.
We were thinking that's a safe play to where you're going to keep that clock running, but didn't work out that way. So now if the Knights get a stop here, they can burn that last time out and have one chance maybe on a return.
Elsterman still in there at quarterback.
Got Horning next to him. Drops back. Now he takes off running. Has a blocker out in front, middle of the field. And it's taking 3 or 4 blue jerseys to bring him down to the 43-yard line. Luke got 8 yards there. And now Castle and head coach Doug Hurt will take his final time out of the half. We'll keep it here with 50 seconds to go. The Tigers will have to punt. Remember, one of their punts was almost blocked tonight. So they'll have to be cautious here. And we thank Mel K, a sponsor of tonight's Tigers broadcast on IndianaSRN for all your commercial, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing needs at Mel K. Big projects, big solutions. Also, we tease the halftime interview coming up. Our halftime show is brought to you by Orange Leaf Frozen Yogurt. It is your go-to spot for that afternoon sweet treat or refreshing snack. They have a variety of self-serve frozen yogurt flavors, endless toppings, real fruit smoothies, made-to-order shakes, and holiday cakes. Satisfy that sweet tooth of yours at Orange Leaf Frozen Yogurt at 701 North Burkhart Road in Evansville.
Well, Memorial Tigers, Jevin, in the first 65 seconds scored, get on the board first. But it's been all Castle offensively since, as you've talked about several times, 21 straight points here at John Leidy Field at Castle. And as we wrap up our regular, hard to believe, 2023 regular season is over this evening.
Well, you talked about before the game how these two teams know each other so well. They scrimmage each other, and I just thought, man, it seems like it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Castle leads in the all-time series, Jevin, by the way, 27-18.
So Hickey will have to punt this away. And the Tigers might have gotten Castle to jump off sides. They did. So offside against the Knights.
It's their second offside.
It's 4th and 5.
They might have to measure this.
That's what I was thinking. First down stick is just past the 48-yard line. I mean, barely past the 48.
I'm sure Coach Hurley would say, hey, we need a measurement on this. Apparently the referee says no, yes. Yep, they're going to bring the sticks in. Well, the Tigers have only had one penalty, and that was on the goal line, and that was measured in inches, where 10 yards and 2 offsides penalties for Castle.
So our first measurement of the night.
All right. First down, what do you think?
First down by half the football.
All right, the Tigers' third first down of the first half. I have unofficially Castle with 9. So a fresh set of downs. Good play. Again, usually on Thursdays they'll practice those special teams plays, and it pays off. So we're going to come back into with the 2 deep safeties for Castle here in this last minute to try to prevent the long pass. They'll play more of a base defense, 4 down linemen. They're going to drop their linebackers. You can only see a 4-man rush here as they empty the backfield.
5 wide for Petke and crew on 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. Petke moving to his right. He has some room to run. Takes off into Knights territory, sprinting out of bounds around that first down marker. We'll see where he stepped out.
I think
Good
he got
run
it.
for Petke.
I think he got it.
Chased out of bounds by number 4, Landon Holder.
Landon Holder, who has a fumble recovery tonight, forced him out. Looks like a gain of 9 for Petke, 2nd and short.
Oh, okay, I was wrong. Petke showing some good speed there.
Now we're going to have a stoppage again, and they're going to give him the first down. They should just ask you first,
Yeah.
Mike.
They were closer, but I think it looked like he got it by at least a yard.
The only thing I thought about is, don't know where he stepped out of bounds or setting across the way, but you're right on top of it. So first down for the Tigers, 41 seconds to go. Petke under some pressure. Starts to roll to his right. Now he throws. Ball is deflected and incomplete. Almost picked off. Streaking toward that far sideline. Simon Schultz was in the area of that pass. It's 2nd and 10.
Petke getting all kind of pressure from Cooper Bartz. Quentin Wilson, one of our profile players, as we can see. The replay here gets the knocked down. So stops the clock. 35 seconds to go before half. The Tigers looking to get on the board any way they can.
Tigers do have a good field goal kicker in Pate Barrett, 6 of 7 on field goal attempts this year. The longest he has kicked is 28 yards, but his range is further than that. Petke in the pocket, dancing around. He lost the football. There's a scramble for it. One of the linemen picks it up for the Tigers. That is Brady Combs. And then Combs is smothered at the 45-yard line. That was a wild play for a loss of 3.
Clock still running.
Tackle made by number 9.
Memorial cannot stop it. And we'll see if they take one more shot or just go into halftime down 14. Petke hurries up, 4 seconds, 3, gets set. They snap it just in time. Petke moving to his left. He's just going to heave it toward the end zone. Elsterman in the area, and the ball flutters out of bounds, and that is how our first half comes to an end. So the Tigers trail 21-7.
Petke steps back, steps up in the pocket. Then, I don't know if the ball was stripped or not, but Brady Combs, the sophomore lineman, who actually played in the backfield before they needed more blockers in the line, picks it up, couldn't move.
Tigers jumped out in front early. Castle came back with 21 straight points. We'll recap all the scoring when we come back. Halftime here at Castle, Knights lead by 14.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
You gonna stand or sit? Yeah, whatever you want.
Halftime here at Castle High School, where the Knights are enjoying a 21-7 lead over the Tigers. Let's recap the first half scoring. Memorial actually struck first on the opening drive. They went 2 plays, 71 yards, and 65 seconds. It was a touchdown pass from Luke Elsterman out of the Wildcat to Desmond Johnson. And for Elsterman, it was his first touchdown pass of the year. And for Desmond Johnson, it was also his first receiving touchdown of the year. There you see Johnson winning the foot race. Tigers led at 7-0. Castle, though, came right back, and on their very first play took a shot, a 65-yard bomb. It was Morgan to Salpetra on this play-action pass. Good speed by Salpetra. It was his second touchdown grab of the year, and for Morgan, his 4th touchdown pass. That tied the game at 7 in a blink of an eye. Our next scoring came later in the first quarter. It was a 3-play, 48-yard drive, and the quarterback, Bowden Morgan, snuck it in from a yard out. That made it 14-7 Castle late first quarter, and the final score of the half came early second quarter. A good touchdown run from Antonio Harris, 30 yards out for Harris's 15th touchdown run of the season, capping off a 6-play, 79-yard drive in 2 minutes and 9 seconds. All the PATs were made by Riker Cotmel, and it is 21-7 Castle here at recess. When we come back on our halftime show, Tucker Smith will chat with Chad Dockery on IndianaSRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
It's all right, Chad's long-winded.
Could be.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to Castle High School, where you're watching Tiger football live on IndianaSRN. Tucker Smith here as your host of the Orange Leaf Halftime Show. Thanks to Orange Leaf for sponsoring us all season long. Today's special guest, again, Chad Dockery, Athletic Director of Memorial High School. Chad, thanks for being here.
No problem. It's fun to be here. You know, it's Friday night. Get to come up here in the box. It keeps me from worrying about what's going on at halftime because, you know, I'm not used to not being on the sidelines coaching. So it gives me something to burn some energy on.
Absolutely. A little bit of a different position for you than what you're used to, for sure. But so we're pretty much done with the season as far as regular season goes with football. And so how's the year going? You got basically a full year under your belt, kind of, as athletic director. So what's your thoughts so far?
You know, this is going to sound silly, but it's been absolutely incredible. You know, I mean, you hear people talk all the time. I get to come home. I get my dream job. I got this. And this is more than a dream job for me. This is bigger than what I ever thought in regards to coming back to a place that I truly love and grew up in. And so to be here has been incredible. And to be a part of, you know, the triumphs that we've had this year as an athletic program and as a school it's been a fun ride. I mean, we've got both of our soccer teams playing tomorrow in regional finals. They've had a big week and been very successful. Cross country kicks it off, boys and girls in the sectionals there. Girls with the huge win as city champs in cross country. Tennis, boys tennis got knocked off in a tough semi-state match, 2-3. Yep. You know, we've got a lot of really good things going on, and for me, a person that loves athletics and loves being involved, it's been so much fun, and it's really been exciting to do it here back at Memorial.
You forgot about girls golf, you know.
Girls golf. I knew you would remind me on that. Yeah, you know, the girls golf was fun because, you know, being a new athletic director and getting to host sectionals, getting to host SIC and learn so much from you, Tuck, and bringing my dad out of retirement to help run some of those events has been a lot of fun. And Abby Shires going up to the state finals and representing us. I mean, what a great opportunity for a young lady that worked hard and had a fantastic season.
When am I going to get my performance bonus, by the way?
That's in the mail. That's in the mail. It's coming.
All right.
It's coming. So it had to go bulk postage is what it had to be.
Well, we got a lot of exciting things happening on in the athletic department. We got new paint in the hallways.
Yep.
That's a big deal. So for alumni to come back and check that out. We got some I'm not going to say changes to the trophy cases, but some movement around where it's a little bit more organized, where people can see that. So definitely want to check that out. But anything else? What's going on in the athletic department?
You know, and the other one that I think of, because I was about to say, hey, once we get into winter sports here, but volleyball in the sectional finals tomorrow, Gibson Southern. You know, we've got so many teams going deep into the playoffs that it's kind of hard to keep track of everything going on. And you know, football, we're sitting 6-2 right now, playing a good Castle squad tonight. A lot. But going back to our athletic department, we have redone that athletic hallway, cleaned a lot of things up, new lights, new paint. Our trophy cases, most people don't even realize this, most of them didn't have lights in them. Yep. And Mark Steffenhagen and Lee Alker, they've worked their tails off, and they've gotten lights in there and cleaned it up. And I'm excited for our winter sports season, wrestling, basketball to get going, so that people come into our building and see what we've got going on. I'm excited for it. I take great pride in all of the accomplishments athletes have had at Memorial from the beginning of time to now, and we want to showcase the history of the school.
Well, you know, I was talking with somebody the other day. I think it's pretty impressive if you look at the athletic history of Memorial High School and how much success we've had in postseason play. It's pretty incredible. You know, I know we are one of the oldest high schools in Indiana, which is something to be proud of. Obviously, we're celebrating our 100th year here coming up next year, but to look at the athletic success that we've had as a school, it's hard to keep track of all the success that we've had, which is a good problem to have. You know, we always talk about that, but I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand, don't realize, is how much success we've had, not just in sectional play and regional play and semi-state and state titles. I mean, we're in the top 10 for state titles in the whole entire state of Indiana, which is something to be very proud of, and it's something that our alumni need to realize and take part of. But I think it's good to highlight those things in that athletic hallway with our Hall of Fame and everything else. You know, Robbie Kent's done such a great job with that Hall of Fame and everything else that, you know, definitely take a look, you know, with this coming up season with basketball and everything else going on, both boys and girls basketball this winter. Come back, check out the athletic hallway, take a look at all the success that we've had. You know, I think there's some schools in the state that they wouldn't be able to fill up a hallway like we have. So it's something to definitely take a look at and be proud of as alumni of Memorial. But I know that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to see that kind of stuff. But what are you excited about coming up here in winter sports?
Yeah, and I want to go back to what you said about all our success.
Yeah.
You look at the trophies, you look at the pictures, you walk into the Hall of Fame, which is awesome.
Sure.
One of the best things that I've enjoyed since I've been back are the stories that go with those seasons. And the people that come in and say, hey, do you have a minute? I want to tell you about when I played. I had a great opportunity a couple weeks ago. Had a gentleman come in that lives in Florida. He's been listening to our telecast. Hopefully Mr. Zimmer's listening tonight. He shared with me some radio tapes from the 60s, and we're working on getting those digitized. And just the stories that he shared about playing football for Coach Logo, about playing for Coach Wanamueller and playing against Harrison in the sectional final, and just talking through what his experience was and seeing him light up and get excited about our school and things that are going on. And I love that. Sure. I love when people come in and talk to us about, man, when I played or when I did this or this coach was so such a huge part of my life, and I do this now. That's what's been absolutely incredible and makes the job so much fun. But, going back to your original question, Tucker, going into winter, basketball is always such a big part of my life. Lived in that gym, grew up in that gym.
Sure.
I think I could tell you, how many boards are there and everything else. But I'm excited to watch our teams compete. I've watched, open gym going on. I've watched our kids in the weight room. I've talked to our wrestling coaches. I've had some great meetings with the Inslers trying to get everything ironed out with swimming and get going there. And it's just so much fun to be able to go out and watch our kids compete. And we're getting ready to come into, we're not into it, but we're deep into it, our playoffs for a lot of our fall sports, and then getting ready to kick off new seasons in the winter.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, one of the big things is a lot of Memorial people, a lot of Memorial alumni ask me, like, what can we do as fans to help out? So what's the best thing that they can do as Memorial alum or Memorial fans to come back and give back to the school?
Yeah, that is a question that comes up, and then it's not always the answer people want to hear. I need people to volunteer. I need people to help us. You go back and you think about the experiences that we've had as athletes, as fans, as people that get the opportunity to work in that building, and it's the volunteers. Right now I think about Ray, and I think about all the time Ray has put in as a worker for us, and it's great. Gary Smith is there working for Tolliver. There's all these guys that have worked for us all these years and done all of this work, and they do it so our kids can be in these great environments. Our fans are in our facilities. I just need people to volunteer. Hey, just show up. I'll find a task for you.
Sure.
I need your help. I need you to be there.
So what's the best way to do that?
Best way is to stop in. Come see me in the athletic office. Stop by. Tell me about what it was like when you were here. Maybe you were a graduate of 95 like myself. Maybe you graduated 2008. Maybe you graduated in 1966. I need volunteers. I need people to come help us and make these events as successful as they are.
Well, Chad, we appreciate everything you do for us. We appreciate you coming on a halftime show tonight. We want to thank you for everything you do, and again, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Tucker. Tucker does a bunch. He doesn't ever take credit, but coaches helps with this, and then IndianaSRN has been awesome for us in getting our athletes out there. So thank you guys very much.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take a quick SIAC update here. Central losing to North 42-0 at half. Bossy up on Harrison 26-7. Surprising score here. Wrights is only up on Mater Dei 7-3, so that's an interesting game to keep an eye on.
Update 10-7. Mater Dei now in the lead.
10-7. How about that? So Mater Dei scores a touchdown there to come up on Wright. So that's a big game to watch. Jasper up on Vincennes 13-0, and then one school to watch is Boonville this year because it's possible we may see them in postseason play. They are down to Gibson Southern 22-2. So, again, we want to thank Chad for coming on tonight. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Orange Leaf. We're going to take a short break here. Jevin Redmond and Mike Scavar will be right back with you for more Tiger football here on IndianaSRN.
Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
My name is Jay Jones. I'm the commissioner of the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and we appreciate you tuning in to tonight's game. We hope you'll stay tuned to SRN for tomorrow's Heartland Conference Game of the Week, showcasing some of the best small college football in the Midwest. We look forward to seeing you then.
And Darby here at Hyundai of Evansville. We love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
Still at halftime here at Castle High School, where the Knights lead the Tigers 21-7. Alongside Mike Guevara, I'm Javin Revin. But thanks to Chad Dockery and Tucker Smith for handling our halftime show tonight. And Mike, you always have a bunch of thank yous each week.
Well, we thank all of our viewers and all across the country and outside the country as well. And big thank you to our production crew. We've had Chuck Levine all season long, and Jerry Collins, one of the owners, decided to give him a break, so he came down and produced the game, along with Daniel Thacker, our cameraman guy. So without those two guys, you would not be able to be watching what you're watching and listening to Jevin and I right now. Of course, Christian Mosick, the president, Aaron Schmidt, the principal. You've seen Chad Dockery and Tucker Smith here on our halftime. Head coach John Early and administrative assistant Patty Vam. Big thank you to Castle, Superintendent Abby Redmond, Principal Jim Hood, Brandon Taylor, the athletic director. Again, what a great job he does in giving us this great accommodations. Head football coach Doug Hurt and Rebecca Wilcox. A big thank you. And a big thank you to all of our sponsors. Certainly, please go in and thank them for help bring this broadcast here on IndianaSRN. Go in there and thank them for their sponsorship and take advantages of their goods and services. And not only our season sponsors, but our in-game sponsors as well, and as our logo rotating sponsors on your screen as well, as we wouldn't be able to do it without those fine folks.
Hey, one score I want to talk to you about. Halftime on the west side of Evansville, and Mater Dei leads Wrights 10-7.
We got to remember, last week Boise trailed 21-20, ended up getting beat 52-0. Wrights has been a second-half team, but Mater Dei leading by 7. I'm sure Coach Gable and his staff and the Wildcat Faithfuls will take that right now.
Of course, for Wrights, they've already clinched the regular season championship in the SIAC, back-to-back seasons for them. They were 8-0 coming to play tonight. You've got Memorial and Vincennes each at 6-2. Memorial losing here 21-7. Vincennes is losing to Jasper. And then on the back end, you've got Castle and North, along with Jasper, all 5-3. So we could have a 5-way tie for second.
Exactly. If the scores stay out, Jasper's winning 13-0, and North, I think, is 42-0 over Castle. Harrison was trailing to Boise. So you're right. We could have Wrights undefeated or one loss, and then 5 teams tied for second place at 6-3.
First half observations from you. We had a lightning quick start. 2 plays from the Tigers. They score 1 play from Castle. And the game kind of calmed down a bit. Castle did score 21 unanswered points, but for the Tigers, with how the offense has been going, it feels like you're down a lot more than just 14 points. But what has to change here in the second half?
Well, the Memorial Tigers, I've got them on 3 different occasions in negative yardages on their possessions of their 3 of their 7 possessions. Castle's been able to run the football as they have really churned up the yardage. In fact, I have them unofficially around 250 yards of offense. So the Memorial defense has played stout for a while, and they just need to come out and come away with a takeaway offensively for the Tigers. Again, I had them 4 first downs, while Castle had 9. Memorial just 1 penalty and 2 penalties for Castle, so not a lot there. And time of possession really kind of very close. Castle had it for 12 minutes and 57 seconds, while Memorial had it for 11:03.
Want to thank Acute Lawn and Landscape. They are our scoreboard sponsor in-game. They can help with the design and installation of your landscaping project. Need help removing those annoying fall leaves? They also offer leaf cleanup. Call 812-455-7400 or search Acute Lawn and Landscape on Facebook. Your yard can look sharp with Acute Lawn and Landscape. So Castle will receive the kickoff to start the third quarter. Again, their scores in the first half came on a 65-yard touchdown pass to Salpetra, a 1-yard quarterback sneak from Bowden Morgan, then a 30-yard touchdown run from Antonio Harris. Also, Maximus McCool does not have a rushing touchdown, but he had a very solid first half rushing.
Yeah, he's definitely well over 100 yards as the Tigers defense. We'll see what they're going to be able to come out with as Memorial looking to break this losing streak, as Castle trying to maintain theirs. You stop and think about it. The Tigers, this is the 3rd ranked team in the last 3 weeks that they're playing in 4A Wrights 3 weeks ago, 3A Vincennes, and now 5A in Castle.
Tigers kick it off with Pate Barrett. Second half is underway. Kick will be returned from the 5, and it is Antonio Harris. Harris with some room, middle of the field, spinning out of a tackle, 40. Harris twisting his way to the midfield stripe, and a burst from Antonio Harris. Castle will start with good field position.
Good job on the special teams for Castle. He gets it up to about 30 and breaks a couple tackles and then uses that speed to get up near field. They'll mark it at the Knights' 49-yard line. So great field position for Castle to start the second half.
They start with McCool as the running back after that lengthy return by Harris. Morgan, the sophomore, goes under center. Drive starts from their own 48-yard line. They're going to pass here on first down, and a quick connection with Antonio Harris as he grabbed at the 45-yard line. That is a pitch and catch of 6 yards.
Right there, Jake Lively. And Lively, just a sophomore, he's going to be coming out, or rather junior, so he'll be back next year.
Second down and 4. They'll run it here with McCool. And McCool is met right away, keeping those feet moving, refusing to go down. His forward progress is shut off back to line of scrimmage, so no gain for McCool, and it's third down.
Ben Zemer along with Sam Nichols on the stop. So big play defensively for the Tigers here. Minute gone here in the third quarter, down by 14. Okay, McCool, single back.
On third down, they'll run it right up the gut, and it's a short gain for McCool. He'll get a yard, and now decision time for Coach Hurt here. It'll be fourth down just in Tigers territory, and it looks like we have an injury, and that is not good news for Castle fans. Maximus McCool, their second leading rusher, is the man down. So McCool after gaining a yard. And Castle will have a 4th and 3 in the opening drive of the second half.
Again, there was good collision at the line of scrimmage with Tanner Grease. Looks like it might be an ankle or a knee as he comes up limping.
Yeah, McCool
Grease along with, I think it was Ben Zemer.
McCool not putting hardly any pressure on that right ankle. or knee as he makes his way off the field. So hopefully everything's okay. Castle will punt. The Tigers able to force a 3-and-out after Castle got good field position. Actually, Castle's going to fake it, and they will not get it. Trickery does not work out for the Knights. Try to catch the Tigers off guard, and trying to get that first down was Antonio Harris. So the Tigers defense with a big stop.
And back-to-back, last possession for Castle to end the first half, and the first one to start the second half, back-to-back on downs by the Tigers defense. So they'll get great field position starting on their own 43.
And if you just joined us here for the second half, we saw Elsterman take quite a bit of snaps out of the Wildcat. That is how they will start their first drive here in the second half. You've got Kendrick in the backfield along with Porter Road. They go to Porter Road right up the gut, spins off one man, and Road is able to navigate his way to the 48-yard line, a pickup of 4 or 5 yards for Porter Road.
Initial hit, again, we've said his name quite a bit tonight, Trey Ward, as then three more blue shirts, but Porter Road picks up 5. Come back with the same play, maybe.
Actually, longest run for Road of the night. They go to Kendrick up the middle, and Kendrick a good burst of speed into Knights territory. Hello, Dylan Kendrick, as he works his way down to the 37-yard line. That's a rush of 15 for the sophomore. Kendrick came in 13 carries for 62 yards.
Great acceleration there as they pick up the first down. Only the second first down rushing for Memorial here tonight. And just like that, they get the ball deeper into Castle territory. Again, come back with the same play.
And Elsterman fumbles it, regains possession, rolling to his right, trying to get rid of it, and he can't do it. Dumped back at the 50-yard line, a loss of 13. You could see him trying to get rid of it and throw it away. So now 2nd and long.
It's a third fumble for Elsterman. He's lost one, and it goes from the 42-yard line, 37-yard line of Castle back to the Castle's 49, so a loss of 12. So a good run by Kendrick gets negated on the play.
Elsterman drops back. Now he takes off running. 45-40. Lightning quick speed by Elsterman. He turns the corner 20. Inside the red zone. He's shoved out of bounds. And the Tigers are inside the red zone here early third quarter.
Goes from the Castle 49-yard line to the Knights 14. So a 35-yard pickup. Good acceleration, as you can see, by Elsterman. Showing that good speed.
So they're inside the Peace of Mind red zone. Peace of Mind is an outpatient private practice helping individuals of all ages, couples, and families on their mental health journey. Check them out online to make an appointment at their new Evansville East Side location. This is from the 15-yard line. Kendrick had a good run on this drive. He's able to tiptoe his way up the middle for a pickup of 2 to the 13. That was play number 5 of this drive.
Parker Bellwood met him in the hole. Well, the Tiger defense forced Knights over on downs to start the second half. And the Tigers have moved into the red zone. Need to come away with some points if you're a Tiger fan.
Tigers have not scored since the 10:55 mark of the first quarter. Elsterman keeps it himself after the fake to Road. Got out of one tackle. He's inside the 5, carrying several blue jerseys. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers at the 4-yard line. Aggressive running for Luke Elsterman.
He utilized his speed that time, Jevin, as he was able to break away from one tackle, maybe even 2. 1st and goal.
Chance to make it a one-possession game. They bring back in Petke to go under center. Rode lines up behind him along with Horning. It is Rode off right tackle, stumbling forward. He lunges near the goal line. Touchdown Tigers! 4-yard rushing score. Porter Rode, his third of the season. 7-play drive.
Good job that time by the offensive line on the right side, especially as looked like he might have been short. He might have been short with a knee down, but the referee said, no, you were able to extend the football and get 6. That's his number, and that's 6 points for the Tigers.
Pate Barrett on for the PAT, 18 for 19 in tries this year. Bit of a high snap put down quickly, and the kick is good from Pate Barrett. So the rushing score from Porter Road, we have a 1-score game.
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career. Your first pay raise. The 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family. Or the day of your last car loan payment. Much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree. We care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Memorial. Hey, thanks for being here. You're in great hands.
Tigers score first here in the second half. They're within 7 points now. It is 21-14. With the first drive that was sustained by the Tigers. Here's a short kick by Barrett. And
cool.
I thought he called for a fair catch.
I did too.
Takes off running to the 35-yard line. Yeah, he definitely fair caught that, but he got 3 on the return. Tigers are pleading for that as we get a look at that last score for the Tigers. Porter Rowe with his 3rd rushing touchdown came from 4 yards out.
Good offensive line surge, and as he goes forward, and we've got another Castle player down.
That drive for the Tigers was 7 plays, 57 yards, 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. They're located at 1309 North Green River Road in Evansville. You can have fun shopping for furniture with the Coslets, Father Pat and sons Chase and Kelsey. We check the SIAC scoreboard. These are third quarter scores. North 58, Central nothing. Bossy leads Harrison 32-12. Jasper still shutting out Vincennes 13-0. And it is Mater Dei 10, Wrights 9. Panthers picked up a safety, I guess, since we last gave you that score. Tucker Smith says yes.
Max McCool, the man who caught the ball, he's been limped off the first field here recently, and he's going to do it again. He might have been re-injured. So Castle will start the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 36. Defense for Tigers looking to come up tough again.
By the way, that score update throughout the SIC brought to you by Kipley's, which is located on the corner of the Lloyd Expressway and Bakey Avenue. You can join them before or after the game for great food and fun.
And I'm sure they're going to have the game on as well, as they'll put the replay on. So, again, we archive all of our games, so you can go to IndianaSRN.org and rewatch all the games.
See, the Tigers defense can keep this a 1-score game. Drive starts from the 36. This is Antonio Harris on the pitch near side. Harris was met in the backfield, and he is able to work his way to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 4. Good job by Harris to get positive yards there.
Well, with McCool out, that means Harris is going to have to carry the load offensively from the running back position. And so that be one less. He's the leading receiver for Castle as well. So let's see if the Tigers defense can hone in on the running of Harris. He's deep, about 8 yards deep in the backfield.
They go to him again here on 2nd down, trying to squeeze his way through the line of scrimmage, and he will take 2 on that gain. So it's third down, another chance for the Tigers to get off the field. Yeah, keep in mind, they'll have to lean on Harris quite a bit because McCool, who was a second option in the backfield, is the man that just left the game due to an injury.
Alex Brochier's on the stop.
Brochier's came in number 1 in tackles with 108 on the season. The man that's in second place is Donovan Baker with 60.
Brochier's the leader in the Southern Indiana Athletic Conference as well. And again, 25 tackles last night. He might be closing in on that here tonight.
3rd and 3. Morgan in the pocket. Tries to take off running. He's swarmed by the Tigers. Down he goes. It's a sack. Back-to-back 3 downs for the Tigers defense.
Ben Zemer on the bottom of the pile. And that will force a punt by the Memorial defense.
Kendrick is back to return along with Elsperman. Punt will come from Salpetra. Tigers with some momentum to start the second half. And we have whistles before the snap, and I think Castle takes a timeout. We'll step aside.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
A Wrights Memorial Education is now more affordable than ever. If you fit within certain income guidelines, you could receive over $6,000 of tuition assistance. Find out if you qualify for an Indiana School Choice Scholarship or other tuition assistance opportunities. Your child, your money, your choice. Visit wrightsmemorial.org for more information.
Salpetra to punt out of timeout. Oh, high snap. Salpetra leapt high. Kick was almost blocked. They back away from it, and it will roll to the 36-yard line. Well, that was almost blocked by the Tigers special teams, but now a chance for Memorial to tie it up with a score.
25-yard punt, so the Memorial Tigers, decent field position, try to tie the ball game up.
Right when that ball was snapped, I thought it was sailing over his head.
Nice athletic move to get that.
Hey, thanks to Pet Food Center. They have locations on Evansville's east, west, and north sides, also in Newburgh, as well as Owensboro, Kentucky. Anything you want for your pet, they've got it. Pet Food Center.
Tigers looking to get back-to-back touchdowns on possessions.
Dylan Kendrick stutter steps his way through a hole, running just to his left a step or two. He got to the 41. Kendrick had a good burst the last scoring drive for the Tigers. He gains 5 there. It's a good drive starter.
Good stop there by a couple of Castle defenders. That was Jalen Hendricks along with Ethan Herman. But the Tigers will take 5 every time they run the ball because that'll pick up a lot of first downs if you do that.
Here is Porter Road, and Road rumbles to the 45. He's a full yard shy of the first down. Road had a 4-yard rushing score to make it a one-possession game. 3rd and short.
Herman on the bottom of the pile again. Big play for the Castle Knights defense. Try to force a punt, 3 and out. Ball almost in the middle of the field, so no advantage there.
Third and 1 from the 45. It is Kendrick right up the gut. He's got the first down, spinning to the 49-yard line, and Kendrick gets 5 more.
4th first down, all by the rush. The Tigers only had 4 first downs the entire first half, Jevin. They found some life. They've looked at see what Castle's defense was doing And get on the whiteboard and come out with a little bit different formation with a lead blocker there with Porter Road.
Here is Elsterman. He's going to throw, and he's got a man wide open middle of the field. Simon Schultz to the 35-yard line. Deked him like he was just going to run it. Instead, a 16-yard pitch and catch, and that is Simon Schultz's first grab of the night. First down, Tigers.
Nice move there. As you can see to the right, he rolls, and then Schultz just broke off his route, squatted, and Elsterman found him, and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, Castle was unorganized a bit defensively there, trying to get reset.
I think he might have lost his mouthpiece. There, he got it.
I'm going to ask you to promo tomorrow's IHSAA football game at Rose Hallmark. I'll put up a placard, and all you do is read it. 1:30 start.
From the 35-yard line. They fake it to Kendrick, go to Road, carrying a tackler out to the numbers, far side. He got near the 30, pick up a 5 for Porter Road as this drive continues to gain more and more steam.
First time using a crossing action in the backfield for the Tigers. Second man through. The right side of the offensive line sustained their block and picked up good yardage. Another 5-yard pickup. As Memorial had a 57-yard drive to get their first score of the second half, and they're moving now deeper and deeper into Castle territory.
Back to Kendrick. He was greeted by the leading tackler on the night's defense, linebacker Gavin Leach. Kendrick was able to get a few yards. It is 3rd and short. That was play number 7 of this drive. Their last scoring drive was 7 plays, 57 yards. Quick moving third quarter.
Ball at the 28. Again, if they don't get any more, this would be a 45-yard field goal.
Last short yardage, they went with Kendrick, allowing Road to block. Elsterman passes, middle of the field, and it's Schultz again. Inside the 15-yard line, and a flag flies in. Tigers inside the red zone.
Could have been like maybe a face mask or a horse collar tackle.
Looks like face mask.
Well, the ball's down to the 14, so a pickup of 14. Here's your replay. Nice job squaring his shoulders and the tackle, and they'll go half the distance.
So it's 1st and goal from the 9.
Or that's a face mask of the 5-yard variety, inadvertent. So it's balls at the 9, so 1st and goal.
After the penalty, be 1st and goal for the Tigers.
Last drive, it was Road who capped it off. He's to the right hip of Elsterman.
Kendrick, who's been doing well, has come up with some big plays.
They go with Porter Road right up the middle, keeps those feet moving, refusing to go down. Touchdown, Tigers! Porter Road, his 2nd rushing score of the night. This one from 9 yards out. And we are a Pate Barrett PAT away from a tie ball game.
The senior wanting to have a good game this last our last regular season game, came in with 2 rushing touchdowns. Here in the 3rd quarter, he's got 2 rushing touchdowns.
Back to the PAT.
9-play drive for Memorial. And Pate Barrett will try to tie this game at 21. Simon Schultz will hold.
Alex Broshier is the snapper.
Kick on the way, and the kick is good. Tigers have bounced back. They scored 14 points in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 21.
Melk, located in Evansville, Indiana, provides mechanical, electrical, and plumbing solutions nationwide. We deliver quality service to the industrial, commercial, and healthcare industries. If you have a big project, we bring big solutions. That includes designing and installing green energy systems that benefit your business. Our in-depth knowledge and commitment to safety make us the perfect partner in MEP contracting. Contact us for an estimate on your next project. Melk, big projects, big solutions.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Memorial helps me find the right rhythm on stage and in my education. I believe in developing my craft. I believe in building a community. And now, I believe I can hit the right notes in all aspects of life.
Showcase your talents at Wrights Memorial.
Tied at 21. Here late third quarter, Tigers have scored 14 points since halftime. Porter Road with both rushing touchdowns. And now Pate Barrett will kick it off. So brand new ball game. And a kickoff comes from the 2-yard line on the return. Wide open space past the 30-yard line, then it closes up shy of the 35. There's an injured Tiger on the field as well. First we go back to this rushing touchdown from Porter Road, using his strength for a second score. The drive for the Tigers, 9 plays, 64 yards, 3 minutes and 47 seconds, brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. So this Tigers defense has forced back-to-back 3-and-outs as they try to keep it tied at 21.
I've got Castle unofficially 11 yards offense in this third quarter. The Memorial Tigers 121.
Tigers trail 21-7 at halftime. And here's a carry from Antonio Harris. 39-yard line is where he's brought down. Harris picks up about 6.
Good spin move, picking up a couple more extra yards in the grasp of Alex Broshiers, so that'll bring up a second and short. Tigers 6 first downs, Jevin, here in this third quarter. Castle yet to register one.
Back to Antonio Harris. And Harris stretches it to the first down marker. Needed 4, and I think he got it for the first down. So back-to-back carries from Antonio.
We might see Harris a lot of carries. You know, that ball's not very heavy. So we'll probably see him the last 12 minutes here. McCool still sitting on the sidelines.
Coming up on 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. A quarter that has been controlled by the Tigers. And a game of runs. Tigers scored first and 21 straight from Castle, now 14 straight from Memorial.
They don't get the playoff. That's a delay of game.
So the play clock expires, and it'll turn into a 1st and 15 now.
Delay of game on the Knights.
4 penalties, 20 yards.
5-yard penalty.
They'll wind the clock again. They don't have to snap it here in the third quarter if they don't want to now. Harris lines up in the backfield again as Morgan goes under center. Game clock inside of 5 seconds. On play action, Morgan sets his feet, pump fakes, surveying, now tosses out in the flat, caught by the tight end John Eigner. And Eigner rumbles to the Knights sideline of the 47, a gain of 9. And that play takes us to the end of the third quarter. This game has changed since halftime. Tied at 21 here on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Coming up tomorrow, some college football. IHSAA action, Bluffton at Rose-Hulman, 1:30 start time. Hope you can join us on IndianaSRN. And volleyball, 5 o'clock tomorrow as well at Rose-Hulman. They'll be taking on Defiance.
Doubleheader, wow.
Busy day, busy Saturday. Tonight's broadcast, a reminder, is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. All right, so it's 2nd and 6 for Castle as we start the fourth quarter, tied at 21. Here is Antonio Harris, had his steam. He is greeted by Tanner Grease. That's a tackle for loss. Harris loses 2, and it's 3rd and long.
When they get into that formation, it might have been an automatic blitz, and Tanner Grease comes in and does a great job. He came into this game with 6 tackles for loss. That might have been his 2nd of the night here. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long. The defense for the Tigers has really come up and played well here so far in the second half. They've given the ball to the Tiger offense in decent field position, and they've scored on both of their possessions here in the second half.
Morgan has thrown occasionally tonight. We'll see if they want to toss it here on 3rd and 8. They will here, setting up the screen pass. Harris can't make the grab. Right there, playing defense was Sam Nichols. I don't know if Harris would have gotten the first down even if he catches it because they was swarmed by a couple of white jerseys. Tigers defense, another stop, and the Knights will have to punt.
They'll send a couple of players back here, Elsperman along with Kendrick.
Again, the punter for Castle is Isaac Salpetra. Shorter kick toward Kendrick, and it goes out of bounds. A few scores throughout the SIAC. In the fourth quarter, North still leading Central 58-0. Bossy on top of Harrison 32-12. Wrights leads Mater Dei 14-10. And a final, Jasper beat Vincennes 13-0.
So the Tigers on the punt will get the ball. They'll mark it at the 23-yard line of Memorial.
Well, Memorial, their last 2 drives, 7 plays, 57 yards, 9 plays, 64 yards. And now a chance to go in front with some points here. A minute gone, fourth quarter. This is Kendrick. He has been a spark plug in the second half. And Kendrick with a short gain of 2. Again, Kendrick came in. He's a 5'9 sophomore, 150 pounds, 13 carries, 62 yards, 1 touchdown. Most of this second half has been with Elsterman at the quarterback spot. He has a couple of completions to Simon Schultz on that last scoring drive. Here is Porter Road. Road nowhere to go. And a host of Knights get to him in the backfield. A loss of 3 or 4 for Porter Road.
Stopped on the play by number 99.
That's like Ethan Herman, the big sophomore, got in there. This Knights defense is pretty young. Only a couple of seniors in their starting lineup.
Yeah, they're going to be set for defensively for next year for sure. On the offensive side, they've got a host of seniors. 3rd and long. Castle faithful cheering on the defense here.
Tigers backed up at their own 21-yard line. Elsterman scrambling in the pocket, throws across the middle behind his intended target, Quinn McCool. And it's 4th down, and they'll have to punt.
First time the Tigers will have to punt it here in the second half with 9:47 clock stopped. They trailed 21-7 at half, scored their first 2 possessions. That's why we're knotted at 21.
This will be a pressure spot here for Hickey, who's done a nice job punting. Punt inside his own 10-yard line. Low snap, and it's a short kick. Came off his foot funny. Bounces at the 33-yard line, and the Tigers will down it there, as it was Connor O'Donohue who picked it up. So Castle now set up well with 9:40 to go in a tie game at 21. Hey, stop by the Evansville Hyundai Auto Dealership for your next purchase of a new or used car. Located on Evansville's east side, it's home of the 100,000 miles powertrain warranty and 3 years free maintenance at Evansville Hyundai.
Just a 12-yard punt, so Castle with excellent field position.
Looking to throw here on first down. Morgan rolling to his right, has to get rid of it, throws incomplete behind his tight end, John Eidner, who had a catch last drive.
Second down.
Donovan Baker along with Landon Merrimee putting the pressure on the QB. Looks like he initially had some time, but just couldn't select a receiver. Of course, when you got a bunch of white shirts coming down on him, I know I'd be running.
Tough spot for the sophomore. Micah Mills was in there at running back. Now Antonio Harris is back in on second down and 10.
They go unbalanced to the left. 4 offensive linemen, they run that way.
And Harris stacked up.
Antonio Harris with the
Gets
carry.
back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. 3 white jerseys in there. Third and long.
Tackle made by number 46, Ben
They give the
Zimmer.
tackle to
Third down.
46, Ben Zimmer. Maybe a half-yard gain. So we'll say 3rd and 9 here with 9 minutes to go in the 4th.
Tigers going with 3 down linemen. They're going to maybe drop 8.
Morgan hands off to Harris. Harris with the burst of speed. Got through the initial pursuit. And now he's inside the red zone. Just walks out of bounds before he was greeted by Dasmond Johnson. Tigers had a chance to stop him past the first down marker, or behind the first down marker. But Harris picks up the first down.
Great athleticism by the senior. Show why he's the leading receiver and rusher. And why Indiana State says, we'll take you next year with a scholarship offer.
15 rushing touchdowns for Harris this year, 4 receiving. He's got 1 rushing score tonight. From the 18, and Castle jumped.
Flag on the play. False start on the offense.
5 5-yard penalties against the Knights. That'll set them back 5. And I anticipate a big dose of Antonio Harris here. And look at the Castle's offense, Jevin. Harris is going to line up 8-9 yards deep. Gives him plenty of room to survey the offensive line, see where the hole's going to be.
On 1st and 15, more flags, and again a false start against Castle. So now they're staring at a 1st and 20.
Got to have all 11 guys set for a second. That didn't happen.
So now 1st and 20 from the 28-yard line.
Ball's on the left hash. A lot of room out to the right. Single coverage against Salpetra. Then they'll put Jersey Wells out there as well.
Micah Mills in the backfield here on 1st and 10.
Screen.
Screen pass to Mills. Caught at the 30. And Mills is able to get some of those penalty yards back. He was angled out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Stopped on the play by number 22, Tanner Reese.
That went for about 8 yards. So it's 2nd and 12.
Yeah, they run into the short side of the field on the screen, put a couple receivers out to the top, and came back. Good chunk of yardage there. Again, this would be a 38-yard field goal if they don't pick up anything more.
They attempted 1 field goal in the first half. 36-yard variety, it was blocked. Harris in motion, left to right. Morgan in the pocket. He's going to chuck one toward the end zone. Jump ball, batted away, incomplete. Nice play in the secondary by the Tigers. J.J. Lowry.
Lowry, a nice job there. He usually comes up with the toughest defender. He goes on the knockdown, jumps, catches it at its highest point, and knocks it away. And averts for 6.
They're looking for Salpetre, who had that long touchdown catch way back in the first quarter. So now it's 3rd and 12.
Good play, just couldn't convert.
Wells in motion. They pitch it to Antonio Harris. Harris goes up the middle, backpedaling, refusing to go down at the 13, maybe 14-yard line. You're looking at 4th and 5 or 6 here, and we'll have a field goal attempt for Castle as they will try to retake the lead.
Zemer in the bottom of the pile. So the ball on the 13, you add 17 yards, 7 yards back, 10 for the end zone. So this will be a 30-yard field goal.
It'll come from pretty well the middle of the field.
Well, Shears blocked it the first time.
Riker Cotmel will attempt this field goal. Memorial maybe jumped off sides, and the kick is good for Riker Cotmel. There is no flag anyways. So Castle takes a 24-21 lead on a 30-yard field goal from Riker Cotmel with 7:38 to go.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rocka-Bar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rocka-Bar Pizza.
Castle back in front, 24-21, thanks to a 30-yard field goal from Riker Cotmel, who will now kick it off. 7:38 to go. That snaps a streak of 14 straight points from the Tigers after trailing 21-7 at halftime.
Ellsperman and Donovan Baker have switched spots, but Cotmel hits it in the end zone.
Hey, you belong at Ivy Tech Community College with 5 times to start each year. They have flexible scheduling. There's always a great time to begin at Ivy Tech. Join them for Tuesdays at the Tech. Here's the big defensive play by the Tigers. It was J.J. Lowry who made this play back at the end zone, denying Salpetre of a long touchdown catch. The 30-yard field goal followed, and that's why it's 24-21.
Well, the Tigers took the lead in the first 65 seconds, but Castle tied it up with 10:46 to go, as the Tigers have been tied or trailed the rest of the game.
Elserman pitches to Porter Road, had a steam far sideline. Road able to sprint to the 26, a pickup of 6.
Ball carried by Porter Road.
Good pursuit that time.
Play by number 36, Cade McConnell.
Cade McConnell ran him out, but a good pickup. Tigers have had a lot of 5-yard first and 10 plays here in the second half. Bunch of receivers out top of the screen.
Second and 5 from the 25-yard line.
Simon Schultz is, Kendrick is back in the backfield now.
That's who they go to, Kendrick. And Kendrick is able to slip through to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4, so it's 3rd and 1.
Ball carried by Dylan Kendrick. Stopped on the play by number 89, Kobe Pullum.
It's like Kobe Pullum. It's a freshman who made that tackle. We talked about them being young. They actually have a handful of freshmen and sophomore in the game right now. 6.5 to go in this ball game. Big 3rd down and 1 for the Tigers. Kendrick lines up in the backfield once again, shifting the left hip of Elsperman.
Same formation, just to the other side. Might try to use the wide side of the field.
Elsterman keeps it, and he gets the first down to the 31-yard line. Same looking play as they ran 2 plays ago, but that time Luke kept it himself and picked up the first down.
7th first down of the half for the Tigers, 5th on the ground in the final 24 minutes. As we'll wind down to under 6 minutes to go in the game. The Tigers have a fresh set of downs.
Trips wide receivers bunch to the far side. High snap. Elsterman rolls out. Has Rode there to block. He's going to throw it down the field, and 2 guys were open, Schultz and Johnson. The problem is the pass went right between them. It's incomplete.
Yeah, both guys were open. As Elsterman got a good block there at the point of attack by Porter Rode. I thought maybe he was going to run with the football.
That was my initial thought. I looked up and saw both guys open, but the pass split the 2 receivers.
Some discussion there by the referees across the field. We'll get everything set. Now they'll wind the clock, or at least the play clock.
Not too sure what that conversation was about, but
they got it figured out.
So back to action here with the 2nd down and 10. Kendrick brought down in the backfield. Loss of 2. And now the Tigers staring at a 3rd down and long.
Parker Bellwood did a nice job slicing in from his outside position and caught him in the backfield. A couple yards. 3rd and long.
With where we're at time-wise, if you get a chunk of yards here, you'd have a chance to go for it on 4th down.
Well, that play when they rolled out Elsperman out to the right side, he had a chance to run or pass. And now we've got a timeout.
Timeout, Castle. 5:01 to go. Tigers down 3 and a big 3rd and long coming up when we return.
Support the local economy and save more when you shop at the Pet Food Center. We have over 6,000 pet-related items for dogs, cats, birds, fish, reptiles, turtles, rabbits, hamsters, gerbils, and more. Anything you want for your pet, we've got it. Includes full lines of the best pet food, birdseed, a full line of heated pet products, pet clothing, toys, and more. Walk in, curbside pickup, shop online, and free local delivery.
Anything you want for your pet, we've got it. The Pet Food Center.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because our academics prepare students to succeed in college and in life. I believe in educating our students to their highest potential. I believe in creating a welcoming, faith-based learning environment. And I believe a memorial education is the foundation for a bright future.
Explore the endless possibilities at Wrights Memorial.
12 out of the timeout for the Tigers. Elsterman rolling to his right. He will just take off running with it, and he gets the 40 before he is clobbered. He's a yard short of the 1st down. I think that gain of 11 makes this decision pretty easy now for Coach Hurley, especially with less than 5 minutes to go.
Oh, yeah. It's, again, he had a chance to cut up fielder. Didn't see who made the tackle for Castle, but it was a good one because did not allow Elsperman to get the first.
So Petke comes back in as he will go under center here. He better hurry, though, as they break the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock.
Castle loads up 10 guys within the line of scrimmage.
Petke, hands off, Porter Rode, and he is stopped. Rhode's forward progress is shut off right at the line of scrimmage. A huge stand for the Knights defense, and they'll take over leading by 3 with 4:06 to go.
They put the man in motion. They came back to the short side of the field, and good job by the left side of the defense. As you can see here, Rhodes tried to bounce it up the middle. Had a chance maybe to bounce it to the outside, but they had container out there as well. So the Castle defense for the first time forces the Tigers on downs, and it's a big one with 4:06 to go.
Tigers do have their full supply of timeouts left. Here comes a heavy dose of Antonio Harris, more than likely. There he is. And Harris is able to stretch it for a 4-yard gain. Landon Merrimee made that stop for Memorial. It's 2nd and 6. Tigers trailed 21-7 at halftime, tied it up at 21. The late third quarter, Castle took the lead on their last drive after a short punt from Hickey set up Cotmel for a 30-yard field goal. Near side, Harris. Oh, he stays on his feet and in bounds. Oh, they said he stepped out of bounds. The elusive Antonio Harris almost broke it for a score. Regardless, an impressive run by him picks up the first down for Castle.
That's just their third first down of the second half. Well, look at some of the scores in the past dozen years or so. There's been a lot of close games here. Played by both of these schools, 1 and 2 possession type games. Again, Castle leads all-time series 27-18.
Harris again stepped out of bounds, so it stops the clock with 3:19 to go. Almost broke that and put the game on ice. Harris this time drugged down from behind, a loss of a yard, and the Tigers will now use their first timeout. We'll keep it here with 3:12 to go and remind you that People's Furniture Mattress Outlet, 50 years of operation for a business that is family and third generation owned. How easy can it get for quality furniture and a quality mattress? Stop by and see the friendly folks at People's Furniture Mattress Outlet in Evansville.
Landon Merrimee was able to roll him down with no gain. Castle would just like to have this last 3:12 click off the clock. They've got the lead. But, we've seen how many games we've done and over our broadcasts, that whether football or other sports, and a lot of time at 3:12, still a lot of play to go. As we saw, 2 touchdowns scored, in the first minute and 14 seconds of the game to start.
Score update from Tucker Smith. North leads Central 65-0 in the fourth quarter. Bossy on top of Harrison, 48-13 in the fourth. And Wrights with a slim 4-point lead over Mater Dei in the fourth quarter, 14-10. Final score, Jasper beat Vincennes 13-0. We touched on that earlier.
Well, this score remains here. Jasper winning over Vincennes, and Castle wins over Memorial. We'll have that 5-way tie for second place.
Postseason play starts next week. The Tigers will be at Central. Castle will have the week off, a part of that 4-team sectional. All right, 2nd and 10. Antonio Harris had his team right up the middle, and he'll take his 3 or 4 yard gain. Tigers don't use a timeout here. Or yes, now they do with 3:03 left. So we'll take a break. Back after this.
A school that can get you in the career that is right for you. Ivy Tech Community College has over 70 career-focused programs to get you into the job that you want. Ivy Tech offers programs in the latest technologies such as robotics and cybersecurity. Demand for nurses has never been higher. In fact, more nurses have graduated from Ivy Tech than any other college. Take the first step with an affordable education at Ivy Tech Community College. Go to ivytech.edu for more information and to apply now.
For 95 years, Zemer Funeral Home has been committed to providing peace of mind at a difficult time. Our family has proudly served the Evansville community since 1927. As we enter into our 4th generation era, our professional and caring staff works hard creating meaningful ceremonies to meet the special needs of each family. We are proud to celebrate 95 years of business in the Tri-State. Zemer Funeral Home is honored to help comfort families during their time of need. Thank you for trusting our family with your family.
3:01 to go. Tigers just used their second timeout. Castle has a 3rd and 5, leading by 3. Ball at the 23-yard line. It's been a heavy dose of Antonio Harris. Maximus McCool's been out for most of the second half with an injury. Handoff left side. He got some good blocking. First down for Antonio Harris, and he goes out of bounds with 2:55 left. That was the 5th play of this drive. I think the Castle coaching staff wanted Harris to stay in bounds, but they'll certainly take the first down inside the 15.
I'm not so sure anybody but 17, Antonio Harris, is going to touch the ball, carrying it here the rest of this game.
From the 12, it's Harris up the middle. Pickup of 4.
Antonio Harris with the carry.
Donovan Baker, the initial hit. They're inside the 10 in the red zone at the 7.
Stopped by number 5, Donovan Baker, 2nd down.
Baker made that last stop for Memorial. Harris had a 30-yard rushing touchdown back in the second quarter. Score here would basically end the game.
They won't snap it unless there's 2 or 3 seconds left on the play clock.
Right now, play clock at 8 seconds as they go up to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 5, Harris stumbled a bit, but he falls forward to the 5, a pickup of 3, and it's 3rd and 2.
He stumbled because he got hit by Alex Brocheters.
Stopped on the play by number 35, Alex Brocheters.
Well, they don't even have to play call a play in the huddle, Jevin, because they know what they're going to run here. But again, the stout defense for the Tigers can maybe force a field goal and keep them in the game. Or it could be go for it on 4th down, because the Tigers would have to go 90-some yards if they don't pick up the first.
3rd and short here. Back to Harris, and he is able to squeeze through to the 1-yard line. It is a first down, which essentially ends the game because the Tigers have just one timeout. All Castle has to do is take a quarterback kneel down.
Stranger things have happened.
So you wouldn't think they would risk even running a play trying to score because they can just run out the clock.
I think they give it to Harris and try to get a touchdown.
And before the snap, Castle takes a timeout to think about it with 56 seconds.
Timeout, Castle.
And we'll stay with you, but the biggest play really before this drive was that 4th and 1. Memorial was approaching the midfield stripe. And that 4th and 1 play, they went with Porter Road, and the Knights defense stuffed him.
Well, Memorial Tigers might not win this game, but they certainly came back from a 21-7 deficit and played well, tied it up. And again, with 7:38 to go, a 30-yard field goal by Riker Kottman is the difference in the ball game right now, as the Memorial Tigers will move to the 51st annual Indiana High School Athletic Association State Tournament, as they'll travel to Central Stadium to take on the Central Bears. And a road back. And again, they are the defending sectional champions in sectional 24.
Yeah, head coach John Hurley and the Tigers have won 6 of the last 7 sectionals. Wrights will be the dead favorite in that sectional, but you think about the Tigers, you think about Jaspers, possible teams that could maybe pull off an upset.
Bedford North Lawrence, first time they're in the sectional, might be as well. They're going to take a knee.
So quarterback kneel down by Bowden Morgan. Memorial won't even bother using that last timeout, so they'll have one more kneel down. This game will be over. So the Castle Knights are going to win their final 3 games of the regular season to finish 6-3. The Tigers, after starting 6-0, will lose their final 3 games against Wrights, Vincennes, and Castle. Both teams 6-3 heading into sectional play, and as we've talked about a few times tonight, a 5-way tie for second place in the SIAC. There is the final kneel down, and a competitive, well-played game tonight, and the Knights pull out a 3-point win.
Well, I think some of the friendship there between Doug Hurt and John Hurley there said that, we're going to take a knee if you don't call the timeout, because it's going to be a W for the Castle Knights.
Well, Mike Scavara, before we get to our Rockabar player of the game, let's recap the second half for you. It was 21-7 Castle at the halftime break. The Tigers got to within one possession thanks to a 7-play, 57-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Porter wrote a 4-yard rushing score. Made it 21-14 Castle with 7:28 to go in the third. And then Porter tied the game with 1:32 left in the third, finishing off a 9-play, 64-yard drive. We were tied at 21 until Riker Cottonmel kicked a 30-yard field goal to put Castle in front 24-21 with 7:38 to go in the game. And that is your final score. The Knights win it 24-21 here on their senior night. All righty, Mike Scavara. I think our Rockabar player of the game is pretty simple.
Yeah, Antonio Harris did a good job. I would think Maximus McCool, he's 1A. And again, both those guys coming into the contest had rushed for over 700 yards. And they did a nice job coming in. And, of course, Harris coming in, carrying the load after McCool went down. Again, Porter rode a couple of touchdowns in that second half for the Tigers that tied up. Again, a candidate as well. But the Rockabar, Gina and Nick Herman all season long have been our sponsor for player of the game and as well as the starting lineups, as again also providing good things to eat for our home game. So again, Antonio Harris, our Rockabar player of the game.
Be sure to stop by for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at their new location, 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. That does it for our broadcast tonight here at Castle High School. Huge thanks to our IndianaSRN crew. Our great camera guy, Daniel Thacker. Producer was Jerry Collins. For Mike Scavara, I'm Jevin Redmond. Thank you. It's been a pleasure and a privilege. We'll talk to you next week from Central High School. The Bears and the Tigers to begin postseason play. 6:15 pregame show. The final score tonight, Castle wins it 24-21. Good night here on IndianaSRN.